Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media once again. It's a very beautiful day, and as usual, my name is Neil Zion, the host of the Blue Clouds Media Sports, and we're bringing you the latest update in association football. As usual, being joined here by my special guest, not even a co-host, which is Staff. Welcome to the stream. As usual, we have a lot to talk about, a lot to digest, and a lot to give you guys today. Latest news, as you said, the Malo Gusto news, lots of good news yesterday, and also the Enzo. There's little news on Enzo, as we can also go into it. If you're watching us from wherever you're watching us from, let us know. If you're watching us from Facebook, let us know. If you're watching us from YouTube, because we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. We're trying to grow these two platforms. As I know it's not that easy trying to grow two platforms at the same time. It's not easy at all, but I'm all over. I'm everywhere. And yet the news won't stop coming. Few days more for the transfer window to be shut down, and as we know, Chelsea have made another bid in regards to the player that almost everyone is waiting for, which will be Enzo Fernandez. But before we get into the topics, and then I get into the comments, and then everyone that is here, let me welcome my big brother Stavi. Welcome back to the stream again.
Hi, Neil. Hello, everyone in the chat. And is it just me and you tonight?
Yes, I'm not so sure if it's going to be you and I to the end, but it could be you and I for today. But hopefully, the others will join when they have time. So yes, whilst we're waiting for the others to join, we're gonna move on with the show because the viewers are ready. They're live and kicking. We got 5 of us watching the stream. As we have already got 6 likes, got 4, 5 likes. It's all good. I know by the time the stream comes to an end, we will get more of the community joining. So yes, Stabby. We're gonna go on before I go to the topics of the day. Let me see what we have in the comment section below first. Then we can move on. I know. Big up to my big brother here, Mr. Asma, always returning to the platform. He's so good. He's always there. So yeah, he will at the end of the day he will be a moderator on the platform before we leave. So yeah, big up to my big brother to Blue Blood. He was the first to comment. He said a good evening. Evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Blue Blood, wherever you are. I know you're doing very well, London. This is from Blue Clouds Media, and then I extend my greetings to him. Mr. Asma said, "Hello, Nee. Hope you are doing well, and also staff. I hope to be here again. Absolutely, it's always a pleasure to be on the platform as we're still building a big huge community here. There's so many competitions out there, but I'm not competing with anyone. I'm just here to have fun. I'm just here to entertain, and also make sure that everybody that's on the platform is being respected as it has to be, and also the moderators will control the comments that comes in very well for me, so everyone will feel more comfortable on this platform. Blue Blood said, any thoughts about Jose Mourinho taking the reins at Chelsea for the third time? We will talk about it. The second coming of Jose Mourinho. I know it's circulating. It's going around everywhere. We will delve into it and see if it's really important to have the third coming of Jose Mourinho. The kind of football that we want to play. The project, does it really fit the project going forward? It's very, very important for the fan base, Chelsea fans to know, is Jose important now? Is he still part of the elite? He's an elite manager, we know, but currently, is he still part of the highest rank, the top five? If you're looking for top five top managers in the Premier League, is he still part of them? It's very, very important. Now we'll talk about it. So yeah, Stabby, welcome again. Do you have anything you want to share with us? Phantom of Many Topics said, "Get me Declan Rice or shut down this transfer window." Declan Rice, okay. Phantom, let me say it again. I've said it before. Declan Rice is not gonna be part of Chelsea in this transfer window. Maybe in the near future. In future, we're talking about summer transfer window. Phantom. So thank you very much, Phantom, for your comment. Stabby.
Yeah. Where do I start? Yeah, one of the first things is
I haven't started.
guy.
I haven't started the topic at all, but I'm just want to hear something from you and what you have for us. So yeah, you can go ahead.
The Italian guy that we signed, Caicedo, he's due to go to Reading on loan. I think I mentioned last night, Pasha Humphreys has gone to a German club, Paderborn, in the second division. Potter took the team away on a team building thing on, I think it was Tuesday. Something to do with the army. Went to meet some soldiers and stuff like that, and to get some team building going. Yesterday there was 22 photographs on the Fifth Stand app, the official club app, and it featured every player that was in training. Not in the photographs was Hakim Ziyech, so I don't know what's happening there. And
we didn't see Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech wasn't in training yesterday. That's what you were trying to say.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't in the photographs.
Okay.
So if he's out of somewhere having medicals or something like that, but nothing's been reported. And I'm just assuming that if that story about someone getting injured in training is true, it could be him, if it's true. But he didn't feature in the photographs, so he wasn't at training. So that's it, pretty much.
That's pretty much what Stavi have for us. So thank you very much, Stavi. We're gonna move on, and then we're gonna have the topics of the day, guys. If you're just joining us on this platform, do us a favor, like the video, and also subscribe to the platform if you haven't. Also, you can share the link. Share the link. It's very, very important. Share the link on your social media platforms so we can keep as we keep growing and growing and growing. Our subscription, we're getting close to 3,000 subscribers, 3K subscribers, and I know, and I believe we can do it by mid-February. But then January has already come to an end. By mid-February, we can do it with the help of our big fan base. So, Mr. Asma, you guys, please share the platform on your share the link on your social media platform as we keep growing and growing and growing. This is coming from Phantom of Many Topics. It's fine. Then shut down the window. It's too early to shut it down. We still got more deals to do. There is more, you know, good news coming out from Chelsea fans who are willing to see Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea are still pushing, and I said this from beginning of the transfer window that Chelsea will push and push, but the Enzo deal will relate to probably a couple days to the end of the transfer window, and that is coming to. Looks like it's coming to pass. Mr. Asma said, he says, Malo completed the medical test. Yes, we will also talk about the medical test of Malo Gusto. As I did mention yesterday, he will fly to London, get his medicals done, and then fly back to France with his club, which is Olympic Lyon, and also finish the season with them and join the football club, which is Chelsea, in the summer. So that is looking like what we're seeing. 7 to hit the like button. Okay, thank you very much, Phantom of Many Topic, for your likes on the video. Then also Bobby Smoky Signal, how you doing, brother? He says neither did Aubameyang. So Bobby is trying to say 2 of these players did not show up on the training ground yesterday, which is Hakim Ziyech and Aubameyang were missing from the photograph. That's what Stavi also said. Kim So, big up to you, my big brother Kim So. Kim So also said hello to you, and I hope you're doing very well. I hope everyone is doing very well today. As we get into the conversation today, Chelsea news and other news that is surrounding association football is what we have for you. We have for you today. Chelsea have made 100 million in cash plus star offer to get the deal done in related to Enzo Fernandez. As also have over here Malo Gusto update. We will talk about Malo Gusto updates, and also Arsenal beat for Moises Caicedo. I'm getting a little bit scared with this beat. 60 million is what Arsenal have laid down for the transfer of Moises Caicedo. They really want this player bad. They do. Chelsea want him bad too. And I know what Chelsea can do when they really want to play up. So yeah, Arsenal bid to Moises Caicedo. Milan Skriniar has been linked with Chelsea today, and I have it on my platform. We will get in details on how Milan Skriniar can play part in our football team. As a Chelsea, brilliant for another link. That's for Milan Skriniar, and also Jude Bellingham to Liverpool is up again. Bellingham to Liverpool. I don't see this deal happening. In my opinion, I don't see this deal happening in this January transfer, but it looks like a transfer that can work very well for Liverpool in the summer. Let's see who gets this guy. Declan Rice to Liverpool. Declan Rice today has been linked with Liverpool, and we know how strongly Rice is linked with Chelsea and how strong people believe Rice is part of the Blue family. So going to the Reds, it only depends if Chelsea bring in someone else that can play in that midfield. But how many midfielders are Chelsea looking for? How many midfielders? We know some will be going out, which highly people have tagged Jorginho to be going out. I'm not so sure of Kovacic. Kovacic is a guy that I think Chelsea have to keep. If we need help from the bench, Kovacic can come on, and he can even start in certain games, in my opinion. Declan Rice to Liverpool is what I've just mentioned. Also, Sean Dyche. We all know the pedigree of Sean Dyche. Dyche to Everton. Dyche to Everton. And also one more news surrounding Chelsea Football Club in the dressing room, and it's not has to do with anybody else but then Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling, apparently he's not happy with himself, but no one else but with himself, because his performance hasn't really lived up to expectation. Where do we see Raheem Sterling moving on to? He's not going anywhere. He's still going to be with the football club, but then he need to offer Chelsea more. Chelsea have paid a lot of money, lots of wages, but he need to start performing. That is where we are at this moment. So, guys, everyone that is listening is on the platform listening. This is what we have to discuss for the day. So, thank everyone for being here again today. Blue Clouds Media is bringing you the best sports you can ever hear in association football. That is what we try to be. So, before we go on to the panel, and I have to welcome one more of our panelists, which is Ryan. Before I do that, let me read these two messages here. Mr. Asman said, if we get Enzo, our top four is possible. I think definitely we can fight more, because we have lots of players coming back. Like I said, we might see Reece James, we might see Chilwell returning in a very soon. So the 2 weeks as Chelsea is having, it will give much more time for Graham Potter to play and work with the senior team. More tactical work, more psychological work, and see. And also, as we also talked about yesterday, players will be taken to the barracks, which is a military base, and then go through certain training, certain routine, and see if it's going to help the mindset of these players, and help their psychologically in the way they do things. So yeah, that is what we have. Blue Blood said Chelsea beat 55 million for Caicedo, and Arsenal bid 55 million and I think £1 is what he's saying. What I've heard is the Arsenal have bid 60 million in the news that I've been hearing and what I've read. So let's hope that they didn't bid too much more than Chelsea. I know Chelsea, if Chelsea really want Caicedo, they will go in much more. They will go into the player with much more bigger bid than Arsenal have done. So let's see where the future lies for Moises Caicedo. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Ryan.
Hey, Nazan. Thanks for having me as always. And yeah, it's exciting times right now. Still a couple of days until the end of the transfer window, and what a window Chelsea have had so far, and it might not be over.
Absolutely. What a window Chelsea have had so far, and it might not be over. Chelsea are looking for more players to fill in the gaps. So we're gonna start from Stavi. Let's start with the Enzo Fernandez. And as Chelsea have made another 100 million cash plus a star, which star are we looking at to get this deal done? What do you make of that news?
You have to say who you want to answer the question.
What was that again? Huh?
You have to say there's two of us plus you, so you've got to say Stav or Ryan. What do you think of that? Because we both sat here just waiting for you to say.
No, I mentioned your name first. I said Stav. What do you make of?
You said Stavi.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
Stavi.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I
old
said
age. Old age setting in. I've not seen anything else about it. Star probably would be Ziyech. I don't think Ziyech would be against going to Portugal. I'm not sure it would be his first choice destination, but if nobody else comes in, I would be looking at Ziyech. As it seems, it's got to be someone who's going to entice Benfica, hasn't it? It's not like you're going to just offer some young guy, unless it's the same deal as before. Ziyech plus Tetra Fofana and Santos on loan. So Ziyech's my candidate. As I said, I've just double checked yesterday's photographs, and Aubameyang was there, so there's only Ziyech missing, and Aubameyang can't go there anyway. So it seems like it could be Ziyech.
Could be
maybe
CH.
maybe he's gone to have a chat, talks with them, or maybe they've agreed on something in the medical. But as far as this season goes, we would be better off getting Caicedo, because Caicedo wouldn't be hasn't played UEFA competition this season, so he could go straight into the team. And if Ziyech's going the other way somewhere else, he replaces Ziyech. But you were only allowed 3 players who haven't played who've played in the European competitions this season. So, but for me, that would be I would certainly pick Felix, judging on that first performance. You can't leave Mudryk out, and my choice would be Badiashile, because I just still have misgivings about Koulibaly, and then Caicedo can go in as well.
Okay.
Because
So
he's not side, as it were.
From what you're saying, my understanding is you think that with the 1 million that Chelsea have sent to Benfica in regards to another player, the star player will be Ziyech, in your opinion?
Yeah, he's the only one I can see. The rest are still at the club doing the training. I just double checked, and Aubameyang was there yesterday.
Okay. So thank you very much, Stavi. Stavi believe that the superstar or the star player that will be added to the 1 million that Chelsea have raised sent to Benfica, 100 million, which is 100 pounds or whatever it is, euros, that is being sent to Benfica, will be the player star will be Hakim Ziyech. Ryan, what do you make of that news? And how does it show how serious Chelsea are in terms of trying to sign that player?
I haven't been following this story too closely the last few days. The last update I read was that Chelsea is still negotiating, and the fee is somewhere in the region of, is it 70 fixed and 30 million add-ons? I wasn't aware that there could be players involved in the transaction. Is that the case? Is that confirmed?
That is from other sources, which is IC Chelsea News. They reported this, and I've already reported this. I think about a week or 2 weeks ago, where I said that Chelsea will be making another bid, but then it's going to be money plus 2 loan players, which I said over here that is either it will be Santos or it will be Declan Fofana. These 2 players will be going on loan to Benfica, plus what's his name, Hakim Ziyech. I said about 2 weeks ago, and then today this news is coming out again, with cash money to be able to get Enzo deal done.
Yeah, it seems Potter and the club, he's your kind of top midfield target. We're talking about a young player, but who is the best young player at the World Cup. I think he won that award.
Young player.
He's someone who will, and I've mentioned this before, he's full of energy, he's versatile, he's exactly what you're lacking, I think, in your midfield. And if you don't secure a deal now, then leave it to the summer, and then there'll be more clubs kind of involved in the bidding. In terms of who could be involved in that transfer, players, Ziyech, I guess, is the obvious one. I think. I think whether his agents or he's made this public or not, I think he does want to leave Chelsea. That's just my instinct. And he is that kind of attractive, classy player with pedigree that would be easy to include him in this kind of transfer. But also he's being linked to Newcastle, isn't he? And he's being linked to Everton and even Roma. I think there's some links that he could be moving to Roma. Mourinho could try to lure him to Syria. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan, for taking your time to give us your assessment on this Enzo Fernandez deal. But let me go back to the comments again. I want to say thank you very much. A shout out to Raja Ayas. Raja Ayas, my brother. I hope you're doing very, very well. It's nice to have you here. I have good to see new members. Like I said, the Facebook members, group members are also getting involved. They're growing. So I have him from Facebook. Like I said, I'm streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So the Facebook comments are coming in and YouTube comments are coming in. Thank you, everyone that is in the Facebook community that are watching me live. Here we're talking lots on Chelsea. We're talking lots on association football. If you love all news regards to football, then I will guarantee you this is a platform to be. We talk all football, not just Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea fan, but then I don't dwell on just Chelsea news alone. I tackle all the news if possible. Then we go on to other important news in the Premier League. So I think I've read this. Ismail, I think Ismail said, as painful as this may sound, this season is a season for us to concentrate on the UCL. The rest is right off. Great things take time. Absolutely, 100%. I agree with you. Great things really take time. Yes, it's not easy to be successful. It takes time, and also it's not easy to grow a business within a short period of time. It takes time, and you gain, you lose, and then you gain. So it's part of life. I agree with you, Ismail, my brother. I agree with you. This is coming from Blue Blood. Blue Blood said Ryan will appreciate the £1 joke after Arsenal tried to trigger a buyout clause that way. Yes, Arsenal. We know what Arsenal is all about. Penny pinching club, penny pinching football team. We know what they're all about. It's all banter. It's all. We all due respect. It's all banter. Well, what do you think? Is Fofana the striker? Is he the striker? Will he get time? And is he the right striker to that can help us until the end of the season? No, I don't think he is. He is raw talent, just like someone said in the comment. He's growing. He will need some experience. He has to play in the Premier League. He has to watch in the Premier League to see how the Premier League defenders defend, how the strikers go about and do their business. But then he's a raw talent, very naturally gifted. So there's a lot to come from Dutro Fofana. I know with time he will grow into it. So thank you very much, Mr. Asma, for that wonderful comment. Oh, big up to you, Hola, buddy, my brother. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, guys. One love to you, as usual. One love wherever you are. I hope your family and yourself are doing well. Fofana is raw, young talent. He needs creative players around him. We have made enough creative, technical players now. I think him, Oba, and Kai will get us through for now. Absolutely, Aubameyang. I hope that Aubameyang, whatever it is, whatever upset he is, he have to remember professionalism comes first. You have to be professional and do the job that is being paid to do. If you put you on your pitch, no matter what it is, your favorite coach is not there. You got to play and let people see you, because you don't know tomorrow. You don't know the future when you retire from association football. You want to come back and be a technical person. Right now, you fall out with us now. So who is going to take you? Where does your legacy land? Is it going to be in Dortmund? And how much did you do in Dortmund? You have to remember the big clubs will like to work with you. Maybe he wants to go back to Dortmund, but you have to create a good relationship in places that you've gone to work. Places like Arsenal, places like Chelsea. We've seen it happen to players, legends that were done with their career, and then at the end of the day, they come back to being coaches. They come back to be technical directors and all that kind of stuff. So Oba needs to leave a good legacy for himself, in my opinion. Ismail said signings. What do you mean? Like how many signings today? Benfica really need J5. They just do not know that yet. I'm not so sure if they need J5, but then maybe they do. It depends on the. It depends on the. Oh, he's joking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He probably just wants to get rid of it.
Yeah, Blue
Who
Blood.
said, who said it?
Blue Blood said that.
All right, well, he's joking.
Okay.
Knowing Blue Blood, he's joking.
I personally think that they will add Ruben and Hakim Ziyech for the Enzo deal. Benfica need a like player to replace Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, that's more understandable. And also, Mr. Asman said, guys, tap the like button. Tap the like button. It's very important. We got 16 of us watching. It was 20, 16. Let's keep the vote going. The vote is right there. It's asking you a question. If you're watching us, do you want this platform to grow just like others that you've seen before? Those did not grow overnight. Did not just grow overnight. It took them quite some time. It is a dedication and how the fans really love them. That is how. And if you like the platform, if you like what we're doing here and how we come over here and talk sports with you, it's always very important to put a like on this video. And that's the only way the platform can grow. You get what I'm saying? So it's very, very important for us to be able to continue what we're doing. It is your likes and your share of the video is what motivate me to be able to keep going. Keep going. So that's what I'll tell you, But yeah, you don't have to do it, but it's very, very important for the platform to grow if you put a like on the video. So I think that's just by the way. Steven said just hopping in for a moment quieter on the midfield front. We know that typically happens when it goes quiet. Okay, when it goes quiet. Thank you very much, Steven. I hope you're doing very, very well. Stavi, let's move on. Do you have anything you want to say before we move on to Malo Gusto?
Yeah, we can come up with these potential swaps and things for Fernandez, but the players have to want to go as well. Right? Yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, you've said before yourself, right, regarding going abroad and that. I'm not saying he won't go abroad, but he's less likely to do so than Hakim Ziyech, who's done it already. And I think Ruben would, if he was given an option, would prefer to go to Roma and work with Jose again. That's just my...
That's Ruben. Ruben, you're talking about Ruben Loftus-Cheek, right?
Yeah. Same thing with Ziyech. I mean, Mourinho, he's an attraction, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Players want to go to him. And you have to listen to Tammy Abraham, Smalling, all these players who played in England and they're Roma now. He just has something about him. And I've seen 2 or 3 interviews in the last months of this last year where players he'd worked with just pick him up. And yeah,
well, apparently,
well.
Stabby, there's a breaking news going through. Let me share this with the community whilst we have listen, and it has to do with the Chelsea football, Chelsea fan base. So apparently, we have Jody Morris. Jody Morris is set to be named as a new Sweden manager. Jody Morris, I know he's very familiar with the Blue family. As it's being a breaking news at this moment, Jody Morris is set to named as the new Sweden manager. Thank you very much for the information, Stephen.
That's a big leap. That's a big leap for him. Mm-hmm. It's a big jump from number 2 at Chelsea.
National team. Yeah.
From number 2 at Chelsea to being boss of Sweden. A big jump.
Yeah.
Might take Lampard with him as his number 2. You didn't hear that, did you?
What was that? What was that again?
I said he might take Lampard with him as his number 2.
Yeah. I don't think Lampard preferred to be in that position. He doesn't
I was bantering, joking.
I know.
It's blue blood. He inspires me to that. His comments inspire me to copy him.
Okay.
About Jorginho loves Portugal.
Yeah. Okay, Stabby, you want us to move on from there? Do you want us to move on from there so we go touch on the Malo Gusto? Okay.
Yeah, you're gone.
Okay. Blue Black said Jorginho love for Portugal and he speaks Portuguese. Oh yeah, Jorginho is a Brazilian. Brazilian speaks Portuguese, so there's no doubt. Yeah, they speaks. He can speak. I'm sure he speaks Portuguese and then speaks Italian at the same time. So yeah, yeah. Steven said Sweden. Okay, Sweden. I thought it was Sweden. So Sweden was Sweden.
Swindon.
Uh,
Swindon.
yes, Swindon, Sweden or Sweden. That's just whatever. Don, Don.
Swindon.
Yeah, Sweden,
Swindon.
Swindon.
Swindon town. Yeah,
Is it Swindon town?
I thought Sweden was a big bit
Big
of
jump.
too big a job. Yeah, Swindon's more likely.
Oh yeah, Sweden. Yeah, I thought it was EN. I thought it was EN. Sweden. Yeah, Sweden town. It didn't say Sweden town. It says Sweden and Sweden manager. So I wasn't so
Swindon.
sure. If I
It's
see a town,
Swindon.
I'll know. If I see a town, then I'll know that it's a football club. But then
It's
I thought,
Swindon. SWIN. Yeah.
yeah,
SWIN.
DON. Yeah, Sweden.
Yeah, Swindon. It's
Swin,
not. You don't.
Swindon,
Swin.
Okay.
Swindon. SWIN. Swin. Tom.
Okay. League Two. I think it's a League Two. So yeah, I think it's okay for his to help his managerial career. In Division Two is not that bad for his management. Okay. Steven said there are currently 6th place. So yeah, I know Judd Morris is good. He's a good coach. You know, a little bit that I've seen from him with Frank Lampard. So technically he can do bits. And I saw he did a lot of work with the academy team. I think the under 20 team.
Yeah,
So
he was the academy manager under 18s in the
Under 18s,
FA
yeah.
and the Youth Cup and
he
UEFA
did a
Youth
lot.
League.
He did quite good with those players. With I think Tammy Abraham and all those boys, they passes through him. So yeah, I'm very happy to hear that news as a Chelsea fan. So we're gonna move on to Malo Gusto. According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea finalizing deal for Malo Gusto. He will stay at Olympique Lyon until the end of the season, just like I did said earlier on. We will see that happen. So yeah, Malo Gusto, Stavi, what do you make of him returning back to? We did talk. I know we did talk about him yesterday, but today's another day. In regards to if there's any new updates on Malo Gusto, that's what we want to lay down for the viewers to hear.
Yeah, the only update I've got is that Fabrizio was a bit slow, like you said last night.
Yeah.
Everyone else has reported it already, and I did say if that's what they want him to go back on loan, just get it done. So they've done. I phoned Potter myself and I told him, just get it done. Tell Big Todd, right, anything to do to get the deal done, just let him go back on loan. So yeah, I'm claiming it.
Okay. So thank you very much, David. Huh?
I'm joking.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. So that's like I said, a Malo Gusto deal. We're not gonna see him now. So what is the possible replacement? Are we gonna just go through the rest of the season with Aspilicueta and maybe Reece James? And I know people are saying some stuff that I don't like to hear. People are calling Reece James, and it's not just a fan base. Top media, radio presenters, and top editors, news editors, they'll tell you, because the numbers do not lie. Reece James doesn't play a whole season, then there's injury. He doesn't finish the whole season, there's injury. So people are targeting him to be an injury pro player, which is something that I find hard to believe. But if you look at the numbers also speak to it all. So finding someone to come and help us with Aspilicueta is very, very important. And I know we did talk about an academy player to come in and fill in the gap for the rest of the season. And I forgot who you did mention. Forgot the player's name.
Dejan Sterling, but he's injured. He's injured.
So who else can we call on to come and help the right back back position? As Chelsea fans who want a replacement.
Well, we got Dion Rankin.
Okay, Darren Rankin, yeah, also I've heard him. He's a very good player, but in terms of a player that is more established, which we cannot go for Dumfries. Dumfries is also, I think, if signed a new contract, it's a done deal for him. He's not moving anywhere. Okay, so whilst we're going, I'll just read these messages real quick. Oba has never been the same since that horrific accident of his house getting robbed in Spain. Let's hope he pulls through psychologically and pay us back as Chelsea fans. Yes, I did say that. I hope he does. I hope he does. Ismail said, get the like up, guys. Let's support the channel. Thank you very much, Ismail, my big brother. Think it's very, very important, guys. Let's get the likes up. I don't know why they wouldn't do it, but it's very, very important. If people are watching the stream and they're not putting the likes up, it's sometimes very unreal to really understand why they wouldn't do it. But it's, you know, you're always welcome. You know, welcome to the platform, and then also, yeah, get a comment coming. Dion Rankin, yeah, Dion Rankin is what staff just talked about. Another player we can turn facing to. We all know what Graham Potter can do. He can develop young academy players. So yeah, he can work with players, but in the Premier League, it's not that easy relying on academy players day in day out. They can fixture some few games for them to, because they're allowed to make mistakes, and that is how they learn if you don't give them the chance. Okay. I think two more. I got two more. Looking at oh, Blue Blood said looking at Fabrizio Romano. You're trying to be like me. I call him Fabrizio Ronaldo, and then you said that Fabrizio Romano, and he says that Chelsea have not given up yet on signing someone for the middle of the pack. And who is that person? Since you have Link, since if he was more specific, he's not specific. I feel like, you know, this guy sometimes throws some things out there for people to hang on to hope, and people to just clickbait, like it, and give him a like. So he has no link with Chelsea Football Club. And what he just tweeted has no substance. There's no substance. I can do the same thing. I can go on Twitter and say, look, Chelsea has still have not given up on bringing someone in for the midfield. And people, if people know me, so they won't take my word for anything. Fabrizio don't have nothing from Chelsea Football Club. And I want some of you guys to know. Yeah, he may have some links from other football club, but he's been banned from Chelsea for quite some time now. So I don't believe what he says. Hi, please, I need more information about Enzo. Hold on, buddy. I just gave you the news on Enzo Fernandez. Let me say this real quick. Chelsea have made 100 million cash with 100 million cash with a star player to add to that money to be able to get Enzo Fernandez back. And if you're talking about, I know Stav and I talk about Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech price tag should be a little over 20 million, in my opinion. So if we add 100 million plus Hakim Ziyech, we're paying over what they wanted for, because the release clause was 120. And you have to add a player that worth over 20 million. It means that you're paying more than you should pay for Enzo Fernandez. As a standard point of correction, guys, stop. Are we not paying too much if you're thinking Hakim Ziyech is the guy we have to add to it to get Enzo Fernandez?
Yeah, I suppose if you want to look at it that way, but if we're willing to let Ziyech go, then maybe we think he's worth it as a make weight. That would entice Benfica. So yeah, basically, it's giving them what they want, just not all in cash.
Okay, so just give them what they want, but not all in cash, because we have to be very careful on FFP, so we don't get punished. We don't get. Okay, right now I know this Arsenal have heavily been linked with Moises Caicedo. In this deal, Chelsea also been linked with this player, but Arsenal have had a 60 million bid for Brighton midfielder Moises Caicedo being rejected again. What's going on? Caicedo, yesterday I made a video guys, if you haven't seen one of my AI video, check it out. Check my AI videos. It's very, very important. Just check it out. Another way that I'm trying to put some videos out. So if you haven't seen my AI video, yeah, it's on my YouTube platform. You can check it. I'll send the link in there. Let me know what you make of that video. I'll send the link in the chat within a couple seconds. And I felt the statement. This is the statement that he releases yesterday. I posted it. I hope I can read everything. It says, I'm very grateful to Mr. Mr. Blom and Brighton for giving me the chance to be to come to Premier League, and I feel I've always done my best for them. I always play football with a smile and with heart. I'm the youngest of 10 siblings from a poor upbringing in Santa Domingo in Ecuador. My dream always to be the most decorated player in the history of Ecuador. I'm very proud to be able to bring in a record transfer fee for Brighton, which would allow them to reinvest it and help the club continue to be successful. The fans have taken me into their heart, and they will always be in my heart, as I hope they can understand why I want to take up this magnificent opportunity. So this is his letter to Brighton Football Club. I don't know where you guys stand on this. Doesn't mean the player is trying to force his way out, Stavi.
Yeah, I mean, how long has he been there? Is it 1-2 seasons?
I'm not too sure, but it could be 2 seasons. It could be 2 seasons.
Yeah, well, I can guarantee you that his message won't matter to the Brighton fans. They'll still think he's deserting, just like they did with Cucurella.
I was told they only paid $4 million for him to bring him to Brighton, and look at how much he's going for.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the fans will still see him as deserting them, like midway through the season, and they're in with a chance of making a European spot. So that's how the fans are going to see it. And it's not like it's not like Hazard, is it, where he was there 6 or 7 years and gave everything, and then suddenly wants to try something different. It's a totally different situation altogether. So I don't think that's going to hold much water with the fans. But obviously the cash would be a bit of a compensation. So.
Okay. Guys, I've just sent my AI video that I did yesterday. I've sent it in there. You can check it out and let me know what you make of that video. Very, very nice video. It's something that I've been posting. So yeah, check my AI video in regards to Moises Caicedo and tell me if you like it. Let me know right now if you have time. Click on it, watch it. It's I think it's only 2.5 minutes video. So it's not a long video, 2.5 minute video. Check it and let me know what you make of that AI video and send me a message in the comments there or just here. So if you guys like it, I'll keep doing more of it. Welcome back to Ryan. Welcome back, Mr. Ryan. We are on talking about in regards to Moises Caicedo, and then Arsenal have put in a bid of 60 million and has been rejected by Brighton Football Club. Do you think that they want to sell this player? Do you think they don't? I mean, if you think they don't want to sell him, trying to keep him for the rest of the season?
Yeah, thanks for the warm welcome. Sorry, I had to drop off temporarily. Yeah, clearly there was some Brighton taking a strong stance on this one. You know, they've told Caicedo to stay away from the club until the end of the transfer window. I think they are clearly very reluctant to sell, and it would take, a very lucrative offer for them to sell him. And you've got to bear in mind as well, it's not just selling the player. Brighton need to find a replacement, and they've only got until Tuesday, so there's a very limited time frame we're talking about. The latest news I've seen is that Arsenal have come in with a second bid, somewhere in the region of £70 million. Again, I don't know if that corroborates with the sources that you've seen, Nizam.
Yeah.
But there was some kind of journalists saying that Brighton are looking for something in the region of 80 to 90 million for them to accept to sell him. So, it's an interesting one. Let's see what happens. Right now, I think the probability is he's going to stay until the summer. Because Brighton don't have any pressure to sell, I don't think. He's got a contract until, 2025, 2026? And there's no pressure on them to have to sell. They're not in any financial trouble as far as I'm aware. They're having a great season. There's no pressure for them to sell.
Okay. But this is according to this was been updated, I think couple hours ago, and this is coming from a Give Me Sports. Give Me Sports said Chelsea are still having a conversation with the agent of Moises Caicedo and the Stamford Moses Caicedo and the Stamford Bridge outfit interest in the Brighton and player star. I think 100% confirmed. Transfer guru Fabrizio also have said the same thing. So this is what we're looking at. The Blues have not been the Blues have not been afraid to splash the cash during the January window, with Mudryk also coming in. Most expensive accusation, 88.5 million. But head coach Graham Potter is still looking to, looking to other options. So it looks like Chelsea might offer 88.5 to the player. They're just holding on to the green light coming from Brighton.
Yeah, and it goes without saying that Chelsea, Arsenal, they can be having dialogue with the agent, but ultimately there needs to be an agreement between the clubs.
Yeah.
And Brighton have been pretty clear in their behaviour and their message earlier today that they don't want to sell the player. So it's going to be a very difficult deal to make happen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. As usual, your knowledge on football is always very high and great. So yeah, I really appreciate it. This is coming from Blue Blood. Blue Blood said that Real Madrid apparently looking to sign N'Golo Kante. I don't think Chelsea will sell N'Golo Kante in this window. Guys, if this Enzo deal do not go through, what do you guys think about us signing, about us going for Amrabat? Amrabat, I made a tweet about a week ago that he's been confirmed that he's not going anywhere. He's staying at the football club wherever he is at this moment. So Amrabat has been confirmed by the chief executive of the football club, said he's not moving from anywhere. So yeah, we know Amrabat was sensational in the just ended FIFA World Cup competition that took place in Qatar. So who currently plays for Fiorentina? Yeah, he's not moving. He is cheap and seems reliable and can do well for now. But how old is he? If you have to look at the age also, I'm not sure he's that young. But how old is he? Can he? Because Chelsea are looking at the future, not just the present. The future matters more to Chelsea Football Club than anything. That's what they said. Graham Potter is a project manager. It's not just he wants everything ready to push himself to get top four, to go win trophies. He's building for the future, and building for the future takes time. Stephen Costi said might be made on loan rather than permanent. Then we work early on summer target. Won't be surprised to see something in next 48 hours, because it's quiet at this moment. Normally means something coming soon. Yeah, I understand what Steven is trying to say. When it's that quiet for Chelsea Football Club, it means that within the next few hours there will be a blow. There will be a here we go announcement here. Big up to my big brother here, Deep Prince. Prince, I hope you're doing very well. Says a big up, boss. No, you the boss. You the boss, Prince. You the boss. Chelsea should buy him. Buy him and loan him ahead of next season or look for another option. Chelsea should buy him or loan him ahead of next season, or look for another option. I'm not so sure if, because we talk about a lot of players, I'm not so sure if you're talking about Enzo and Moses Caicedo. I'm not so sure if he's the one you're talking about. Prince, let me know who you are talking about at this moment. Big up to you, another big brother here. Musa 254 TV said, what are good news on late? But then let me get updated. Let me get updated. Do you want me to update you on? We've talked about Enzo Fernandez deal, player, 100 million plus a player before Chelsea can secure that move. That is the idea. That is what Chelsea are trying to do at this moment. And also we talk about Moises Caicedo. Arsenal I've put in 60 million bid and it's been rejected by Brighton. So what is the way forward? What is the future lies for Moises Caicedo? Is was also what we just talked about. Stephen Costi said, Stevie said, I think that was when you were speaking about Caicedo. Okay, I think Prince, I got your message now. It's about Caicedo. Yeah. It says Chelsea should buy him and loan him. Okay, so you want Chelsea to buy the player and loan him to Brighton for that amount of money? That's very hefty to loan him to Brighton again. What if he get injured? I mean, if they don't want to sell him, Chelsea have done that on some players, but they're not those players that Chelsea have done those deals with. They're not in the Premier League. They're outside the Premier League. That's what they feel comfortable doing. But then in the Premier League, I can't remember Chelsea doing a deal with a player in the same league and then leaving him on loan and then bringing him back. I'm not so sure. But then, because I can't keep everything in my head. But that's on the point of correction. Maybe Stavi will remind me on that. Also, what are good news? I'm late. Okay, yeah, that's what I've given you. So yeah, guys, you want to say anything on it, or we should move on to another topic?
Yeah, just one additional point. I don't know if you and Stav had already touched upon it, which is that there are some links. There's some news linking Brighton to Haidara. So that's the same Haidara that Man United were closely linked to, given. This is the same Haidara that Man United was closely linked to, given Ralf Rangnick's background when he was the interim manager there. But I don't know how reliable these links are. I think they made an offer a few days ago, and it was, kind of flatly rejected. And Leipzig have said that they're not open to selling him because there's not enough time to find a replacement. So if you connect the dots, it just, it's more evidence that it's going to be very difficult to sign Caicedo, I think, in this window.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be very difficult to sign him. I know Brighton are looking, as far as they don't have their man yet, it will be very difficult to sell him. So yeah, let's see what the future lies. It's a few days to go for the window to come to an end, and we'll be here live 24/7 on the transfer deadline day. We'll be here to the end of until the window closes. So we'll be here all day. Think that was when I think I've read that one, and we wouldn't be allowed to loan him anyways, as they already have Levi on loan. Yeah, Levi Kowal is on loan. So yeah, thank you very much, Stephen, for that information. Brighton are close to signing a Swedish midfielder who is tipped to be the next upcoming talent, called Yassine Ayari. Yassine Ayari. Do you think that he will be the cover for Caicedo? Seems like he might be leaving. So I have to check on this player real quick and see if they all play the same position. Steven, check on that for me and see these two players if they play in the same position, because they have to get a like replacement for Moises Caicedo. It means if Brighton are looking at the player, it means that he fits in the style, it fits the way they play, and also probably maybe not as good as Caicedo is, but probably good. I mean, a bit closer to the way he plays. So yeah, Stephen will check into that and let me know. And then
Nazan, Nizan, I can just quickly add. This is just my personal opinion. I don't think this guy's a replacement for Caicedo. I think they've been scouting him for a while. He's only 19 years old, and I think there's also some issues with his work permit. So I don't know if whether this signing is actually confirmed yet. I'm pretty sure that they're still waiting for a work permit for him. Yeah, that's just my understanding. But yeah, obviously you and Stephen can check.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ryan. I mean, Ryan, for this wonderful information. I really appreciate it. We're gonna move on. Hadara will leave until the end of the season. Hence, why they decided to go for UC Ayari. So yeah, it looks like there's substance in this, but I'm not so sure if he's the main replacement for Moses Caicedo. If it's not, then why do you think Brighton might look into that player? So as it is now, we got 19 of us watching the stream. Really appreciate everyone that is joining us. If it's the first time joining us, do not forget to like the video and also keep the bell ringing. Bell ringing, keep your bell notification icon active so when we go live, you wouldn't miss anything from Blue Clouds Media. It's very, very important. Also, yeah, share the video on any platform that you found yourself. It's very important for the channel to keep growing every day. Steven Costa said, Steven said, CM, 19 years old, I think 5'8", CM, which is center mid, 19 years old. Do you think is he the guy? As Ryan also told us, he doesn't think he's a replacement for Moses Caicedo if they have to sell him. Steven, do you think he's the guy to replace Caicedo? Ryan, I mean, Stav, what do you think? I'm not so sure if you know much about him.
No, I don't know much about him. There's a guy already at Brighton, right? And if they don't want to use him, I'd sign him back until the end of the season.
Okay.
Billy Gilmore came back on loan, so not willing to sell him and get him because we can throw him onto the B list, which leaves a space in the main squad because we have to redeclare both squads next week, and I just don't understand why. Well, I would imagine Caicedo's one reason why he doesn't get games. So if Caicedo's going to leave, which is debatable, then Billy Gilmore's a replacement. But it depends, doesn't it, on how Zerbi sees him. Maybe he doesn't see him as one of his type of players.
Okay.
But he certainly suits me. For me, he's going to progress more than Jorginho does because he can resist the press. That's the difference.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You
still talking?
If you want to narrow the two players down, yeah, he resists the press better, and he's quicker thinking, and he looks to get the ball forward. So, and we should never have sold him. Okay. But whether they're willing to loan him back or not, it's debatable because we can loan people from a Premier League club as well, obviously, and then go for Fernandez or whoever in the summer. Now I'm finished.
All right, thank you very much, Stavi. Stavi has made his point. Steven said that he will be the one for the future. So just like I'm trying to give the answer to our brothers over there. He said that he's not a like-to-like replacement. He's not going to be the guy to replace Moses Caicedo if they have to sell him this transfer window. So thank you very much. Blue Blood also just sent a comment and he says Billy Gilmore might play against Liverpool tomorrow as Caicedo not going to play. So we'll look into that. I don't know what you guys are thinking here. He might play. As he's been Stav just said he's returned back to his parent club. Stavi.
Who?
Billy Gilmore. Was that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, but they bought him. They bought him from Chelsea. They didn't loan him. He belongs to Brighton.
Yeah. Okay.
I just
Yeah.
said it was a mistake to tell him.
To sell him. Yeah. I mean, we give all the reward to Thomas Tuchel. Thank you very much, Tuchel, for selling one of the Chelsea's brightest players.
And
Man of the match in big games. We've seen them taking that rewards before. But thank you very much, Thomas Tuchel. We'll see you again the next time. Maybe you might return, as it's been linked with Jose Mourinho returning. But before we go to that, we will talk a little bit about Bellingham, as we have a Ryan over here. Ryan is a Liverpool fan that represents on this platform. So, according to Sky in Germany, Liverpool are currently the favorite to land Jude Bellingham. Sky Sports in Germany tweeted this, or they put this up on their network. Mr. Ryan, what do you make of this? Why can't Chelsea bring back Gilmore? I think he's good and an experience. He's been sold. He's been sold. If you want him from Brighton, look how much Brighton went for all their players. If you want Gilmore back, you know how much you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay twice the amount you sold him for. So he's a good player, but you're gonna end up paying too much money. I know he's not on the top form, but then Brighton will not look at it that way. They're looking at Premier League player. It should be expensive. He's the guy for the future and that kind of thing. So they look at all this. Although number of games also comes in place.
But we take him as a loanee. We take him back on loan. We develop him for them if Caicedo's staying, and then he goes back to Brighton. He gets his chance to prove himself instead of just being sat on the bench all the time.
But do Chelsea really need Billy Gilmore in a squad with Zakaria there, with N'Golo Conte, with Kovacic, Jorginho, all these players in there? Do we still need Billy Gilmore?
We don't know how long Kovacic and Zakaria are going to be out, right? We don't know if Kante is going to come back, right, and stay fit. And as far as Jorginho goes, I've already answered the question. He's better at resisting the press. He's quicker at moving the ball. He's always looking to get the ball forward, which is what you want with Mudryk and Felix on the pitch. You want the ball to be getting forward, not sideways and backwards.
Okay. Musa said, why can't Chelsea bring back I think I just read that one, and only 8 million they paid for Gilmore. Yes, only 8 million. You definitely, I bet you pay over 20 million if you want him back. Yes, you pay over 20 million. That's 2 times what you're paying. You're paying for I mean, how much you got for him. So Ismail said Caicedo seems to have soft spots for Chelsea. He follows most of our players on Twitter, and he will be a great understudy for Kante. It feels like his agent pushed the message out. It could be. Right, what do you make of that comment about Caicedo's agent?
Possible. It's possible. I've seen it before with other players. Let me quickly just address Bellingham, because I think that's what you mentioned him, didn't you? And you were
that's what one we're going to talk about. Yeah.
Big up to
you, Yeah, Ryan, go ahead.
Okay.
In regards to Bellingham.
I can wait until that comes up if you want.
You're right. I've already read that. We were going to talk about it until I read the message. So yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Bellingham, yeah.
Yeah, so the situation hasn't changed, I think, regarding Bellingham. There's still the 3 clubs leading the race: Liverpool, Real Madrid, Man City. But the sporting director at Borussia Dortmund, Sebastian Kehl, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He's commented, I think, in the last few days that they haven't received any offers from any of these clubs in this window, and there's basically 0 chance that he's going to leave in January. In terms of the situation going forward, and this is Bild, that kind of reputable football news. I think they're a news agency in Germany. They're predicting that Bellingham and his representatives will approach Dortmund somewhere between March and April and verbally communicate that he wants to leave the club in the summer. So it looks like the whole process will be done, cordially and respectfully. And then, the activity will then pick up in the summer transfer window. The key thing with him is that he doesn't have a release clause in his current contract with Dortmund. So whatever fee he's going to go for, it's going to be high. So we're talking 80 million for Caicedo, maybe 100 plus million for Enzo Fernandez. I think for someone of the quality of Bellingham, we're probably going to be in the region of 100 to 150 million euros for a club to sign him in the summer. In terms of who's favourites, it's difficult to say with conviction. Because sorry, I meant who is the number one kind of favourite to acquire him. Definitely, Real Madrid, Man City, and Liverpool are leading the race, and I know for a fact Jurgen Klopp is pushing really hard recently. Again, I don't know how he's doing this, whether it's through discussions with the Dortmund manager or through his contacts in Germany, or I doubt it would be the agent because of the legality of doing that. But I know, he's really, really pushing hard to make sure Liverpool sign him in the summer. And we know Liverpool's issues with FSG and the amount of transfer spend, but I'm pretty confident that Liverpool have put aside money to sign him in the summer. So the capital, deploying the capital is not the issue. It's just up to Bellingham who he decides he wants to play for.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Ryan, for giving us your opinion on this great and bright future player, which is Jude Bellingham, outstanding player. We've seen how good he was in the World Cup and how good he can be playing in the Premier League and also playing either in the Spanish La Liga. And he's been heavily linked with Liverpool football team and also linked with Real Madrid and also Manchester City. But who is in the best position to grab the player or even have the signature of Jude Bellingham? We saw earlier a couple of years ago, or a year ago, I'm sure he was at quarantine where Manchester United players train. He was there with even Sir Alex Ferguson, but you don't know, man. Alex Ferguson don't have all the pulling power anymore. They couldn't secure the signature of Jude Bellingham at that age. But we're gonna move on from Jude Bellingham. He's a exciting and a bright player for every football team. I wish I could have him in my team, but I can have every player on planet Earth in my football team. So Bobby said that if Billy is not good enough for Brighton, why would you want to bring him back? And in regards to that statement, I don't think Billy Gilmore is not good enough for Brighton. Every player and how it performs based on the system of one specific team. There are certain players that they don't. If they play under, let's say we having there's an issue with how Haaland is being played at Manchester City. Haaland will perform differently when he was playing at Dortmund. Maybe it has to do with the style of how they play. Maybe Billy Gilmore might play better when he come back to Graham Potter, and Graham Potter will be able to get the best out of Billy Gilmore in terms of how we play now. So if we can also argue if Raheem Sterling is not that good for Manchester City, why should Chelsea buy him? But we all know the pedigree of Raheem Sterling. We all know what kind of a player he is and what he can give to every football team. That is why Chelsea paid Man City, I think, 55 million to secure the signature of Raheem Sterling. We all know what Billy Gilmore can do. He's a good player. He played in high-profile games and he was able to acquire the MVP of that game. So why can't we, still invest in Billy Gilmore and bring him back to the bridge? Only if I can talk, because buying a player from a different league, it's like I said, it's always a risk taken. It's always a gamble because you don't know if that player can perform in the Premier League. We've done this many times. There are so many examples over there. Andrei Shevchenko we brought in, even Fernando Torres, that he was in his peak, he was scoring goals from all angles for Liverpool. We paid 60 million for him. We brought him to the bridge and could not live up to expectation, but we all have the memories of what he did for us to be able to get to that Champions League finals against Barcelona, which I will never forget in my life. So we know how things can happen. So there's no reason for not bringing Billy Gilmore back to the Premier League if we need him back. So that's my opinion on the regards to DJ Bobby's question, and also Bobby's comment. Sorry, I want to love you. Said sorry, brother, late to your life. Been thinking of you. I'm alive. I'm here. With the help of you and then the viewers, everyone. I'm here. I'm live and kicking. So thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you here. I want to love you. He says always busy today. It's a day for me to work on my kids' hair. Much love to you and much love to everyone. Thank you very much. I want to love you. I always love your energy and at the time that you spend with us here. Thank you very much. At least I know, and then viewers know how much you care on this platform. Bobby Smokey said that Bellingham has a better chance of going to Chelsea than Liverpool. How is that? Let us know what the chances are. Let us know, DJ Sav. Let me know what the chances are and the reason why you think that he makes it. It's very easy for him to go to Chelsea than Liverpool. I would love to hear that.
It's probably not DJ Stav. It's Bobby Smoky Signals.
Yeah,
not DJ Stav.
Yeah, Bobby said that. Bobby said that.
Can I answer a question?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Just because somebody's not playing at Brighton doesn't mean he's not good enough. Just because Serbia has his own preference for Caicedo doesn't make Billy Gilmore not good enough. Right? Yeah. And the thing is, Potter wanted him. That's why he's at Brighton. And Potter may think that he can get something out of him. But because Caicedo, right, might disturb his preference, doesn't mean Billy Gilmore's not good enough. And if we're going to talk in that way, right, why the hell are we going after Caicedo, who plays for Brighton, just because he had a good World Cup, right? So let's not start judging players just because they don't get into the team automatically where they are, right? Fine, sell Caicedo and play Billy Gilmore at Brighton. Doesn't have to come back to us, but somebody took him there for a reason, and the person who took him there is gone. So his preference, is sitting on a bench at Brighton while he's coaching at Chelsea, and Serby's coaching at Brighton. Doesn't mean that Billy Gilmore's not good enough.
Right. That's what I just gave the comparison between those two players.
Yeah, what I can't understand, right? Is when they gave the job to Potter, right? A lot of people go, no, but he's coming from Brighton. What experience has he got? Well, Caicedo will be coming from Brighton because he had a decent World Cup, right? And he was on the high-profile tournament. Yeah. What about the guy, was it for Colombia? I can't remember his name. And he ended up at Real Madrid. Then he went to Bayern Munich. He has an English-sounding name.
James Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Colombian.
Right. Yeah. He got taken to places because of his performances in the World Cup. And he was hit and miss at Real Madrid. And he was hit and miss at Bayern Munich. Right? So I'm not going to base a preference on players because they performed at a World Cup or something like that on international level. We've had this discussion regarding Jorginho being better at international level and a slower, more open space Italian football, right? doesn't mean I said that Billy Gilmore can resist the press, right? He's not going to cost 70, 80 million, even if we have to pay double the price that they paid us. So what, right? But Potter thought there was something in him to take him there in the first place, right? And that's my point. Let's not just be assuming because somebody's not getting in one team that he's not good enough for your team.
Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your your response in regards to what Bobby put up in the comment section in regards to Billy Gilmore, and I give a lot of references and also trying to compare other players that they can be good players. As you just said, thank you very much, Stav and Ryan. According to what Chelsea seems to be building young, raw and talented technical core, and since they are building for the future. If Jude Bellingham is smart, then his best bet is to join Chelsea. I agree with you. You know, Liverpool are also rebuilding. There's also an opportunity for them to say, hey, Chelsea is overstacked with a lot of players. You want game time, we're going to offer you this. We're going to make you the poster boy of the football club. You earn more than everyone can earn, depending on what I think FSG, is it FFG or FSG? FSG, right? FSG will give you. So then we want to give you this and stay with the football club.
Everybody's going to make them. Everyone's going to make those promises to him.
Right.
And the thing is, with Liverpool, with out wishing to upset our friend Ryan, right? Their structure's totally different. The team's more older. It's older. It needs a lot of restructuring, right? And he said it himself that one of the reasons they're in the position they're in is because a lot of players have run out of legs, and that's why we're building with younger guys, right, for the long term. I'm not having a go at Liverpool, but that's the way it is. And with regards to money, why is Mane, right, of Bayern Munich? They must have offered him more than Liverpool did. So it depends how you look at it. But they've got to do a major rebuild, right? Liverpool, especially on the midfield and that, right? Yeah. And everyone's talking about Reece James being injury prone. What about Firmino? How many times has he been out lately? Just as one example. So everything will be decided in the summer with him, and whoever presents the better project, right? And they're all going to make the same promises. We'll pay you more than the other person. You'll be the poster boy. You'll start. Every club makes those promises.
What do you make of this, Ryan? What do you make of Stav's comment in regards to the structure at Liverpool? Guys, I'll come back to your comments real quick, please. So don't think I'm ignoring the comments. I'm just wanting the panel to flow a little bit, and then I'll get back to the comments. Okay. What do you make of this comment coming from Stav in regards to the structure, Ryan?
Yeah, I don't disagree. Stav is clearly very knowledgeable and has a lot of history following football, not just Chelsea. And it's true that Chelsea are going through a rebuild right now, but Liverpool need to do a massive overhaul of their midfield, especially because of the aging players, and it's an area of the squad that I think the owners have neglected, and we're really suffering, especially this season, because of it. I think the form of Salah and Mane last season kind of papered over the cracks of the problems we had in midfield. But this season it's been a real struggle. We just can't dominate possession like we have done in previous seasons. And Bellingham is our top transfer target in the summer, no doubt about it. He's the one that we want to build the midfield and the club, the squad around. He'll be the star.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much. Brian, and I think what you just said in terms of also what Staff just said makes a lot of sense in terms of the structure at Liverpool. But then I know just like what's his name? Klopp just said things has to change a little bit, and as you just mentioned it, you just said it all. Liverpool don't keep the possession. There's no firepower, and clubs are not scared of Liverpool at this moment. And I think the biggest mistake, in my opinion, Liverpool did was saying, I think the money and Salah both two players make themselves look good. Money helps Salah to become better because of the pace and power he has on the left hand side, and so is Salah does on the right hand side. And those two, because of the consistency they've done and they've put up in the Premier League and the space that they have, selling money alone was a mistake. I think it was the best way that club should have done this season was to have a backup, which was Nunez, and then also Diaz was there. Bring another one in, and then before you loan Sadio Mane out or sell him outright. Sell him out without any replacement, or maybe without a proven player that is from the Premier League to play in that position was one of the mistakes that Liverpool did, in my opinion. But then, yes, we're gonna move on from there. Okay, Blue Black said, keep hearing that Jude Bellingham's father prefers his son to go to Liverpool. It could be. Every parent have decision to make and where they think is the best for their players to play, team to play. The player prefer the right team for them to go into. They have a lot of say in where the players go. Danjuma goal on debut 3-0. Danjuma goal on debut. Thank you, Steven, for that information. Danjuma goal, he scored already. Melissa said, hello, my brother. Glad to see you again. Big up to you, Melissa. Hope you're doing very, very well. And I hope you're doing wonderful on Facebook. This that was a message coming from Facebook. So Facebook friends are also joining us here. So yeah, we're keeping the community growing. Facebook community and also YouTube community are growing. Thank you very much to all the panel, all these viewers in the Facebook group. Yes, sir. Let's keep the fire burning. I don't think Raheem Sterling is good enough for Chelsea. Raheem Sterling is to me, I think he's a very, very good player. He's out of form. He's not playing well. If you say Raheem Sterling is not good enough for Chelsea, then you can argue the fact that Mason Mount is also not good enough for Chelsea. If you put it that way, because both are not playing very well. They are not on top form. So should in case both players are playing very well, would you say, Stav or Ryan, would you guys say that both players are not good for Chelsea? Are not good enough for Chelsea? I want to know.
I didn't.
Different opinion.
I didn't want Sterling. I didn't want Sterling.
No, let's put personality.
Hang on.
Personality. Yeah.
Not about personality, right? If someone like Pep Guardiola is willing to let him go, there's a reason, right? That's one. That's just the first thing. Secondly, right? As you know, I was on another channel before, which I don't go on anymore, right? And I said on there, the minute I saw that we were signing him, right, that it's Tuchel who wanted him, and I knew what he was going to try to do. He was going to try and play him through the middle as a false nine, because he's maybe quicker than Havertz, right? And I said from the beginning, that's where he's going to play him. And that's where he tried it. And he started off okay with a couple of goals early on and that, right? But then he just died a death, right? And now he's back out wide. And I just didn't want him, right? And I said this on here more than once. That's another problem. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm going to answer your question. Right? we've already discussed Mason Mount and the fact that he's been running to the ground, right? And that's why his form's down. And we've already said, you included, that he needs time on the bench to rest and recharge his batteries, and that's the difference, right? What you're getting from Sterling is what you're going to get no matter what, and he's now had a rest, and he's obviously angry with himself. I saw the public statement he made that he's not happy with his own form. He's not showing what he can, right? But I think he's showing his capabilities, and that's why I didn't want him. Nothing to do with personality. I just don't get excited when a top manager is willing to let players go. All right, it's come back to Zinchenko, right? Has come back to basically give Pep a slap in the face because he's having a great season at Arsenal and he's making a difference there, right? But I just don't think the same of Sterling, and I think Zinchenko's still reasonably young, isn't he? I've never looked at his age, right? But with Mason, he needs a rest. He needs dropping, right? I'm not defending him, but what I'm doing is saying that he's too tired and he needs a break. He needs to be on the bench, right? And with regards to what you said about Bellingham and what Blue Blood said, yeah, Mason Mount's father wanted him to leave Chelsea, but he's still at Chelsea, so that doesn't really mean anything, right? So that's just an answer to, right? Nobody take it for granted that he's going to go to Liverpool, right? But Mason Mount's a totally different situation from Raheem Sterling, right? Raheem Sterling's form was poor, right? He wasn't injured at the time he was showing poor form, and he wasn't fatigued.
And in regards to the question and what you just said, I was going to ask you the same thing because Bobby brought something up that Billy Gilmore is not good for Chelsea, and I was like that. And you also said the fact that it's not played doesn't mean you answered it, and I was like, okay, and if this same question is coming and to you said about Raheem Sterling that he's not good for Chelsea. You get what I'm saying? Because Pep doesn't want him.
No, I said I didn't. I said I didn't want him.
Yeah,
right?
You didn't want him, and you said because why? And you said the reason, and the reason was because Pep Guardiola was not using him. And why was Pep not using him? Because he's not good enough. And it's the same thing with Billy Gilmore, and also Bobby just said, okay, if Billy was not good enough because Graham Potter did not use Billy when he was with him. Graham Potter did not use Billy. So what makes you think he's also good enough for Chelsea if Potter did not use it? And he's going back to the same manager that he's worked under him.
How long was Potter there? 6 games, because they weren't in the Champions League. 6 games, right? You know, with Zakaria, that Potter wasn't going to rush anybody straight into the team, right? At that age, they're just going to. Zakaria's a lot older. Right, but he wanted to ease him in, and obviously Zarbi, I think that's his name, the Brighton coach, has a preference for Caicedo.
The Brighton's coach?
That doesn't mean,
De Zerbi, right? I think Roberto De Zerbi,
he obviously has a preference for the guy who's slightly more experienced, who's been playing for Brighton, right? And rather than Billy, and Billy, it doesn't mean Billy's not good enough, but with Sterling, he's 27, 28. Like, there's a difference there. Is he going to get any better than the form he's showing? I don't think he will. And where's he going to play now? Where would you play him now? Right? As long as he stays fit, Mudryk could be playing every week. For me.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much, Stavi. Thank you very much, Stavi. I got some few messages here, comments here. Let me read these comments as they come in. Thank you very much, Stavi. We'll come back again. We're not done. There's a lot to talk about on the platform today. This is Bobby said, I don't think Raheem Sterling is good enough for Chelsea either. Bobby, big up to Bobby. This is coming from DJ Sav. Bellingham apparently want to go to Real Madrid. There's so many link in where he wants to go to. Potter did not give Billy Gilmore playing time in Brighton. So this is just
I just
something that we were
explained that,
just
didn't I?
talking about. That's the confusion. Says that's the confusion. He didn't give him much time to play. Caicedo is getting his reputation mainly from his Premier League performance. His World Cup performance was not memorable. People don't think about what he did with Colombia at the World Cup, but they think of what he did at the Premier League. That's exactly what Bobby is saying here. Ryan says, Ryan, this is from Ismail. Says, Ryan, drink black tea with lemon. Old therapy. Uh, thank me later. At least now you would not say that Chelsea fans are heartless. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think my Ryan did say that. I know you're making a joke. Yeah. Black tea. I love black tea anyway. I love black tea. I do black tea and now I'm drinking coffee, but I like black tea. There's no day I go without black tea. So yeah, black tea is good. Competition for midfield is competition for midfielders this summer will be fierce. I think fierce and selling clubs will try and encourage bidding wars. So this is coming from Bobby. Yes, so the midfield will be crowded unless Chelsea have to sell about 2-3 players in the midfield, and players that I think Chelsea might sell. We all know Jorginho is one of them. Jorginho is one of them. Jorginho doesn't go this winter. He might go in the summer for free. Definitely for free. So yeah, if you're just joining us, do not forget to like the video and also subscribe if it's your first time joining us on this platform. Subscribe to the platform. We talk mostly news and association football, not a specific club. We talk Chelsea more on Chelsea because I'm a Chelsea fan, but also we talk about Jude Bellingham to Liverpool. I have so many news on other football club. Declan Rice also being linked to Arsenal. So yeah, if you're an Arsenal fan, you're a Liverpool fan, Manchester United fan, this could be another platform for you because we go in details on other news. So Ismail said that Caicedo is mainly a destroyer in midfield. He is not afraid of tackle. We need physicality at Chelsea. This is what we are known for. Billy Gilmore is more technical, but physically he feels short. Thank you very much, Ismail, for your comment. Guys, do you guys want to respond to any of these comments before we move on? Stavi and then Ryan.
Yeah, Makaleli wasn't physically strong, was he? He used a footballing brain.
I mean, hold on. When Ismail said that, I don't think he's referring to back in those days. It's, I think in the late.
No, I know what he's saying. Listen, what I'm saying, right, is that Billy Gilmore had a good footballing brain. Somebody called it footballing IQ. Might have been Ryan.
Ryan says footballing IQ. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And he's got a good footballing IQ, just the same as Silva, right? They use the footballing IQ to read the game, right? And like Makaleli used to, they arrive at the right place first and get in front of the ball, right?
Yeah.
And defend the ball. And that's what I'm not. No, you don't have to be a destroyer, right, to be a good defensive mid. Right, Kante is not a destroyer. Right, he nicks the ball off people. Right, he doesn't like go sliding in. And 9 times out of 10, when he goes in to be like a destroyer, he gives a free kick away. Right, when he wins the ball, it's because he's being cute. Right, and he's thinking time and gets him out of trouble, which Jorginho totally lacks. And that's one of the issues with Jorginho. Right. He's easily found out and dispossessed. You don't have to be a destroyer. There's not many Roy Keanes and Souness's and all these old style heavy-handed,
Steve Nichols.
getting there. Yeah. Brian Robson, right? All these ex-players, right? And they used to get booked all the time. Right? The modern game, you can be cuter, you can be more cagey and sensible. So yeah, but I'm not saying who said this, Ismail.
Yeah, Ismail said that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Billy's not technical and what he said is not true. But what I'm saying is you use that technical ability to nick the ball. And he proved that against Everton, against Liverpool, when he made his debut. And he's proven it for Scotland time and time again. And the only reason he doesn't play for Scotland is because he wasn't getting picked for his club side. So Clark's had to leave him out. But yeah, I'm not disagreeing with Ismail, right?
Okay.
What I'm saying is you don't have to be physically strong or a hammer.
Well said. Well said from Stavin. We're gonna move on to Ryan. Do you want anything you want to say in regards to the comments that I read earlier?
No, just I 100% agree with Stav on that point. You know, I've heard this argument all the time about Billy Gilmore. You know, the fact he's diminutive, he's too short, he doesn't have the physicality. There are many examples of diminutive players excelling in the Premier League, being effective. One of the best midfielders in English football in the Premier League era is David Silva. He's 5'7". He has no muscle, but he had football IQ and he was technically very good.
Fabregas too.
Fabregas as well. He was 5'10". He wasn't a big physically strong athlete. So again, I'm not an expert on Billy Gilmore, but I saw his loan spell and some of the games he played when he was at Chelsea, and I think he's very good, and I think he can develop and become a great player. But he just needs to find the right club where he gets game time and kind of evolves and grows into becoming a dynamic midfielder. But it's just like a cheap shot just to keep harping on about his lack of height, because there's obviously with English football how physical it is. It's advantageous to be big and strong, but it's there's more components to being a good midfielder than just height or strength. Billy Gilmore's a very technically gifted player. Otherwise, he wouldn't be playing in Premier League football at the age he is. He wouldn't have made it through the academy and through the youth system and everything. Everyone who's evaluated him at those young stages of career have seen potential and ability in him.
Thank you very much, Brian. I've said it. I really appreciate it. Ryan said, you cannot just go through the academy ranks and everything to be proven in the Premier League. There's a good player in Billy Gilmore, and I believe with time, just like how we given Chaluba the time, he makes so much mistakes, but we believe we also saw Chukwuemeka. All of them can make mistakes, but they will learn from it. I think the pressure gets on them, and when the pressure gets on them, they learn from it. Big up to my brother over here, Okechukwu. I think Chukwu. I'm sure that's the name. Chidi Okechukwu. Big up to you, my brother. I hope everyone is doing very well wherever you are. He says, please get me kudos. It's a great DM. Kudos Mohammed is a great player. I'm not so sure. At least I want Chelsea. Steven said it on Chelsea. I've sent scouts to go and look at him, but there's no link to him at this moment to any club. I don't know if they're trying to give him some more scouting time. They want to scout him some more, to give him some more time with Ayers and see what he can do before they bring him to the football club. But then he's been linked, like I said previously, he's been linked with Manchester United, but I haven't seen any strong link with him to the Blues. So yeah, as soon as there's a link and I found out, I will keep you guys updated, my brother Chidi. So yeah, we're gonna move on to another topic. I think you guys are all set with the comments. No more reaction. Is there any reaction or reply to any of the comments? If no more, we're gonna move on to
No.
another topic. There's more topic here as we're going to talk about the Lukaku to return to Chelsea. I want to know what Chelsea fans want to say about the return of Lukaku, and also Mourinho back to Chelsea. Mourinho to return to Chelsea hasn't not it's a question mark. Mourinho to return to Chelsea. We'll talk about that on the platform. And also the topic for the day now is, according to Sky Sports journalist Ruud Gullit. You all know Ruud Gullit, amazing player. Ruud Gullit, VI Give Me Sports. He says, judging club, Liverpool is still in the race to sign Declan Rice from West Ham United. How true is this, Mr. Ryan? You as a Liverpool fan, have you seen any of this link on one of the platforms that you've been following? And then, if it's true, what do you make of this news?
Sorry, Nizam, can you repeat that? What is the link? Which player?
Okay, according to Sky Sports journalist Ruud Gullit, you know Ruud Gullit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing player. VI Give Me Sports, he said judging club Liverpool is still in the race for sign Declan Rice from West Ham United, in addition to what they have going on. So where do you see this?
Yeah, I can only see him as like a, and I mean no disrespect to Declan Rice, but I can only see him as like a plan B, a backup if we don't get Bellingham. But we've discussed Declan Rice countless times on previous streams. You know, I think you consider all the parameters, all the factors, everything points to Chelsea, in my opinion. You know, Arsenal have been transparent recently with the fact that they're interested in him, and that's great. But, you know, I think everything points towards him being a Chelsea player. The only question is, how serious is Chelsea's interest? Do they want to sign him? Will they pull the trigger in the summer? His best friend is Mason Mount.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he was part of the Chelsea, youth setup. He's familiar with the club. He's good friends. His idol was John Terry, right? So everything to me points towards him being a Chelsea player. It's just whether Chelsea pull the trigger and want to sign him. If not, then I'll take him at Liverpool any day. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how this the source Give Me Sports, they have a little bit of credibility. But then I'll take this as a pinch of salt. It depends if Liverpool did not get their man, which is Jude Bellingham. But thank you very much, Ryan. Chidi said that we don't want LOLO back. Please, he should go. I'm not sure who LOLO is. You guys know who LOLO is?
Lukaku.
Oh, Lukaku. Thank you very much, Charlie. You want to give me back some memories? Yeah, but we'll talk about Lukaku. Okay, we're having the fan opinion already. Chidi, I think Chidi doesn't even like Lukaku returns, but we'll see. We'll see what all the fans have to say in regards to the return of Lukaku and also the return of Jose Mourinho. We talk about Declan Rice. Stavi, huh?
Nee, we might not even have a choice regarding Lukaku,
because he's still a player. If Inter doesn't want him anymore, he can go back. They can send him back to his parent club.
Yeah.
What do you want to say in regards to the Declan Rice? Do you have anything to say about it? If not, then we can move on to.
I've said it virtually every stream. The only way he goes anywhere else is if Chelsea don't want him. Okay. If Chelsea want him, he's coming to Chelsea. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. Right? So Arsenal only get him if we don't want him. As simple as that. But then again, obviously Mason Mount would be a draw. So they've got to get him tied down as well. So that's regards that. But with Lukaku, we might not have a choice.
We'll come to Lukaku stuff. Lukaku's on the list. We'll discuss Lukaku when we discuss Mourinho at the same time. So let's talk about this in regards to Everton. After Bielsa turned down the offer to become the next head coach of Everton, Everton have turned to former Burnley boss Sean Dyche to replace Frank Lampard as per Mirror. What do we see? Can Sean Dyche do the job, Stavi?
Well, he could save them, I suppose. And if they're going to get money off Gordon, and if they can find a target quick enough, maybe, but I don't know. Personally, I couldn't care less. I hope they get relegated. As someone who's been to Everton quite a few times, their fans deserve it if they get relegated, because they're hanging around opposing teams' hotels the night before games, letting off fireworks and God knows what else. Right, being very unsportsmanlike. So let them go down. They can do it to Championship teams instead. Did you see the report from Southampton when they won there the other week? When Southampton won at Everton, and the Everton fans had been outside their hotel making all the fireworks and the noises, and Southampton left the review on TripAdvisor, I think it was, and they said, "Great hotel, great staff. Thank you for the welcome. We've never slept so well."
All right, this is just tweeted by 3 minutes ago from Fabrizio Romano. He said that Tottenham reached full verbal agreement with Sporting to sign Pedro Porro. Here we go. It will be sealed in the next 24 hours if all goes to plan. This is coming from Fabrizio Ronaldo or Fabrizio Manado, whatever they call him, who flip and flops some news. He always come in that he has so much news on Chelsea, which I know he doesn't. Pedro Porro will say goodbye tonight and then sign with Spurs until 2028. So that means that 5-year deal, 5-year contract with 5.5 with as we are in the January. So 5.5 with Tottenham Hotspur. So if you're just joining us, please put a like on the video and also subscribe to the platform if it's the first time, and also you can like the video and share it on your social media platform. And also all my fans that are watching the video on Facebook, I want to say thank you very much, and thank you everyone. Keep sending your comment in, and I'll take my time to read them. We're trying to grow 2 platforms at the same time, which is not an easy thing to do. So thank everyone that has been part of the show. We keep moving. We've dealt with the Everton. We've dealt with Sean Dyche. Ryan, in regards to Sean Dyche, do you think he can do this job at Everton whilst he's being turned down by Marcelo Bielsa?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really difficult job. Whoever would be willing to take it on. I was always impressed by the job Sean Dyche did at Burnley. He's just kind of, had a very consistent, I think it was like 10 years there, stabilized the club. I'm not sure if he's the type, the character that can be very inspiring. And he got sacked by Burnley, didn't he, last year?
Yeah, he got sacked by Burnley, finally.
He got sacked. Yeah. Okay, so, this would be the next kind of managerial job for him since being sacked by Burnley. So, talk about being thrown into the deep end. My gosh. You're having to keep Everton Football Club in the Premier League. It's a big ask, given all the problems the club is having on and off the pitch. If not Sean Dyche, who else? So yeah, why not? Why can't he do it?
Yeah, I think
I do want to give quickly I know I'm the last person that you and Star would probably expect to, pay my dues and pay my respect to Everton, but I think we were talking about Everton in the previous stream, and it just got me thinking, and I went away and just did a bit of research on the club, and something surprised me, the fact that they're one of only 6 teams who have not been relegated from the Premier League since the Premier League started. They've been in the top flight of English football consistently. They've got the second best record of any English club being in the top flight, which is impressive. And their history stretches even longer back than Liverpool. I didn't know this. I researched this myself, that the club Everton was founded before Liverpool was created, and Everton actually played at Anfield before Liverpool was founded, and then started playing at Anfield. I didn't even know this, so it was news to me. So it will be sad if Everton do, get relegated. There will be a small part of me that will be a little bit emotional, because we are one city at the end of the day.
See, this is something I like about Ryan. If you guys listen to Ryan very well, the rivalry between Liverpool and Everton, it's very big. You're talking about the Merseyside derby all the time, and but when you hear Ryan talk about Everton, he doesn't really speak that bad about him. I always say, Arsenal, Everton, Arsenal, and then Tottenham are rival Chelsea rivalry. The rivalry between them is very high. But then when these two teams perform very well, it always makes Chelsea perform. Right now, Chelsea are looking forward to start performing well because Arsenal, the rivalry between we and Arsenal are taking the lead because they're playing very well. They're playing attractive football. And that's a stepping stone, because domestically, Arsenal have won it all. Arsenal have so much domestic local trophy than Chelsea. We have more experience in Europe. But then when Arsenal is doing much better, Chelsea also look up to that measure, and also we used to measure ourselves. Like Premier League, Arsenal are way away from Chelsea, But forget about past glory. We're talking about present. At this moment, Arsenal are on top of their game, and Chelsea have to play well and live up to expectation. We're not copying them. The rivalry will still be there. So when you hear Ryan talk, because when if Everton goes on relegation at this moment, that derby, the Merseyside derby that has been there all the time, it's not going to be that strong anymore. It's not going to be there. It won't sell. You get what I'm saying? It makes the Premier League much more attractive and makes, let's say, a weekend you have Liverpool and then Everton playing. We all know what to get from those games. I mean, for some with the past 2 seasons, it hasn't been that good, or maybe this season hasn't been that good. But the past 4 or 5 years, we talk about Liverpool and Everton playing. Everybody wants to watch. So if Liverpool goes, Ryan won't be happy. And that's the kind of person I am. I like to see Arsenal. I don't like Arsenal. But then when they go away in relegation, or when Chelsea go away in relegation, Arsenal fans are going to jubilate, but then they're not going to be happy. I mean,
yeah, let me just kind of caveat what I'm saying, because I probably sense Stav might agree with this. That I'm a very diplomatic, reserved guy. I try to respect all the clubs, but if you were to ask like a Liverpudlian season ticket holder what they think of Everton, you might not get the same answer as what I just said. So yeah, let me just kind of caveat.
Yeah, I know, I understand. I understand what you say. Not everyone think in the same way as you think. You get, but I'm looking in this footballing sense of view. You get what I'm saying? Not just a rivalry, and also being a banter club in that aspect. I'm looking at. I want to watch beautiful football. I want to watch high-profile football in the weekends, and yet Everton is not there to face and put a challenge or mount a challenge on Everton. I mean, mount a challenge on Liverpool when we're trying to fight for title. You get what I'm saying? When it's very difficult, let's say Liverpool is going to win the title this year. There's one team that they can put an upset at Anfield. Everton can do that at their home ground. Everton can go to Anfield and put an upset over there. That's where I'm looking at this whole thing. So yeah,
their record's atrocious. Everton's record against Liverpool is atrocious. Right.
I know the record is not the best, but then they always hype the game.
Yeah, but
they always hype the game.
Another thing is, right, you've got families in Merseyside who are divided. Some support one and the other support the other team, right? So there's a division there. And believe me, the vast majority of Liverpool fans, right, if you go on social media and look at the interaction, right, vast majority of Liverpool fans will be laughing if Everton go down. And then when you if you're a school kid and you go to school on Monday, your life's going to be made a misery, right? And if you're like in the pub, right, and with your brother, and he's an Everton fan, you're going to make his life a misery, not as in misery, right? You're just going to taunt him, and it's. I don't know. I can't talk for American sport, right?
Yeah.
But in British sport, right, it's totally different, and it's in European sport, it's different. You won't get any Inter Milan fan being upset if AC Milan get docked points and they get relegated, right? It just doesn't happen in Europe. The rivalries are fierce, and it's the same in South America, like with Argentina and Brazil and places like that. The rivalry's furious again, right?
Okay.
But nah, I mean, like I said, I've been to Everton loads of times, and I've been to Anfield a lot of times, right? And I used to look forward to going there, but we had a better record at Everton than we did Anfield at that time. But I can't say that I liked either match-going supporters. Yeah, right. Because of the situation outside the stadium. When you go away from home in England, especially in the 80s and 90s and the late 70s, you were running a gauntlet of hate by opposing fans, and that has nurtured the hatred. And if you believe it or not, the hatred between Chelsea and Tottenham fans is stronger than the hatred between Arsenal and Tottenham. That's cosmetic, right? But Chelsea and Tottenham just absolutely detest each other, right? And then you can always guarantee that somewhere there's going to be a situation where there's trouble. Could be away from the ground, but it happens all the time.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stabby. Good, Gunnar, your guy is here. Stab, your guy, Gunnar is here. Gunnar said, "Good to have Sean Dyche back, but very, very unfortunate. He he came now just before our game against Everton. It's unfortunately, for Sean Dyche, but I think Sean Dyche can do something. Hope Everton gets relegated." My biggest dream will be Everton, Spurs, and Chelsea to get relegated in one season. That will be beautiful. Yeah, I know it will be beautiful for you, Gunnar. Says Gunnar, Blue Blood said, Gunnar Veta, just carry on with your wet dreams. Yeah, ain't happening. Ismail said, Gunnar Veta, this is why a dream is a dream. I dreamed that I will be able to fly one day, but it is impossible. Okay, Gunnar, you're back again, Gunnar. You want trouble? Hey, this is coming. This is directly to staff. Gunnar said, "Did my guy change his Drogba picture? Hope all is well with him." Staff.
So, can you not see the picture?
Yeah, it's been changed. It's been changed to Muhammad Ali because of one conversation we had the other day.
Yeah, that's right.
It's been changed to Muhammad Ali.
Don't worry, Drogba will be back soon.
Yeah, don't worry, Drogba will be back. That picture is there for just one reason, because of a conversation we had the other day in terms of who people regards as being number one boxer in the terms of the boxing history. So yeah, I'm not gonna get there. I'm not gonna get this off the topic. So yeah, let's go. We move on to Everton. What else we have? I'm gonna bring the Lukaku situation, Lukaku and Mourinho topic one, and then we're gonna discuss that because it's trending. It's trending hardly. It's got 4,832 tweets on Lukaku, and then also Enzo Fernandez has got 6,692 tweets on Twitter. Pedro Polo is also going. So yeah, Enzo and Lukaku are trending, and also Mourinho is trending somewhere different platform. So I think a device an opinion. We need to talk about it. Sterling. My next topic will be journalist Simon Philip has shared that Sterling is upset right now with the level of his own performance. Where do we see this? Why is that happening? Ryan, I'll start with Ryan.
That was were you asking about Sterling?
Yeah, Sterling. Yeah, it's been tweeted out. Journalist Simon Phillip has shared that Sterling is upset right now with the level of his own performance.
Yeah, I can understand that. He's joined Chelsea in the summer, and he's coming off the back of a Premier League winning season with Manchester City. And he had a good season last year. He scored 17 goals. I don't know how many he assisted. And for whatever reason, Guardiola decided he was surplus to requirements, and maybe it was a bit of that and a bit of Sterling wanting a new challenge, which is why he moved. But yeah, he hasn't really lived up to expectations yet this season, and he's probably looking around and seeing the amount of transfer activity Chelsea's doing, the players they're bringing in, and he's looking over his shoulder now, thinking, is my place secure at this club? And yeah, I mean, you can interpret it in a good way, in the sense that he's doing some introspective analysis, and being honest and saying that he's not happy with his levels and he wants to improve and get better. Not all players are that candid about that, so that you can see the positives in it. But there's serious competition in this Chelsea squad. You don't need me to tell you that. You both know that. And Stars mentioned it a little bit early. He raised the question: where does Sterling fit in now to this attacking lineup? You guys have got Felix, Mudryk, you got Nkunku coming in the summer. You've got Ziyech still. You've got Havertz. It's no longer,
Can you put Sterling on the right hand side?
That's the only place I can see him playing right now. But
Ziyech is out of favor or whatever. So
Ziyech is out of favor, but Ziyech is playing pretty well. And if he doesn't get sold between now and Tuesday,
it's going to be between the two of them.
Yeah, Ziyech still has, with his recent form, can lay claim to starting, holding down that starting position. So Sterling needs to up his game for sure.
Okay, Stav, what do you make of the Sterling situation?
If you're going to put him on the right hand side, right, where are you going to put our new PS3 signing? Nonny. We can't really judge anything until Wednesday. I think we have to re-register a squad, and then Tuesday the Champions League one. And until we see that, but I'd rather play the young lad. If Ziyech goes, I'd rather play Nonny. I want to see what he's got. I can't see him getting anywhere near the left-hand side. So, for me, I said it earlier on, for me, Sterling was Tuchel's folly. And I never thought he would be that great anyway, even when we signed him. So for me, I would rather have not signed him, to be honest. But that's what Tuchel wanted, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we have to accept.
No, we're stuck with
currently. Yeah, the same with Aubameyang, right? That currently one of Potter's foibles or problems is having to cope with some of the signings and having to keep them interested until we can get rid of them. But those two are definitely, I wouldn't be keeping them next season. Not unless Sterling books up his ideas and finds some top form. But nah, not for me. I'd rather play Nonny if we can squeeze Nonny into the squad. With Nonny Madueke, a lot depends on how his time at Tottenham is rated, whether he's considered homegrown or not. So he was at Tottenham 3 years. If the Premier League accept that, he can go on the big list.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stavi, for your. What was that? You're done, right?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stavi. Guna said that Romelu, Lukaku, and Mourinho back at the bridge. This is gonna be beautiful. Well, they're not back yet. It's rumors. Rumor. I know you know they're not back. It's just rumor. Drogba gave us now sleepless night. I'm glad that you appreciate it, Guna. Guna, no, yes, bro. Drogba was quality, big game player. At a big game player. Yeah, Drogba is always a big game player. I think he's had the most record, goal scoring record at Wembley. The most goals scored record at Wembley. He scores anytime he plays at Wembley. Sterling achieved everything domestically. He left City due to him not getting enough play time. He needs to prove himself a new challenge. He will come good. Minor setback for a comeback. Yeah, I believe Sterling will come good. It depends on when there's now harmony. That now the team is full of lots of talent, lots of scary players up front. So I believe that Raheem Sterling, will come good. The goals will be coming. He will beat 2-3 men, and then and cut in. Score goals and lay assists and all that kind of stuff will come back again. Let's see our beautiful Chelsea. Yeah, we'll come back again. Ziyech, Madueke, and Sterling will have to fight for one position. It will be interesting. Ziyech, Madueke, Raheem Sterling, all these 3 players will have to. That's why we're going to have it's a very good, healthy competition. But then how will Graham Potter handle this? You have to make each player very happy, and that is what it becomes very headache. It becomes very headache for a manager like Graham Potter with all these loads of experience, not experience like high profile players. How can he keep all these players happy? We'll yet to see. Do you guys want to say any more thing before we move on to, because the last topic of the day will be Lukaku return to Chelsea and also Mourinho back to Chelsea. These 2 guys. My question, let's go through the question before we go into this debate, because that'll take quite some time, because I know the viewers wants to know our opinion and to have a discussion on Lukaku and then Raheem Sterling back. Keep Sterling or let him go. Keep Sterling or let him go. What do you make of that, Ryan?
I would let him go.
Okay, Ryan said he would let him go. Any reason why?
Yeah.
You've already talked about. You said so much about him, so yeah.
I just don't think watching him so far this season. I know he had a good start, but I don't think his heart's in it. I remember even before he joined Chelsea, reading that his first preference was Liverpool. He wanted to join Liverpool in the summer, and Liverpool didn't want to sign him. That's partly the reason why I think he ended up at Chelsea. And I think with all these exciting young players you're signing, Mudryk, Noni, there's Nkunku coming in the summer. He's going to find it difficult to hold down a starting position. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is one of the key reasons he left Man City, isn't it? Because he was sick and tired of being on the bench and being a squad player and rotating all the time. He wanted a new challenge, and he wanted to be somewhere where he would start and be the main guy. And I'm not confident he can do that in this Chelsea squad.
Okay, that's all said by Ryan. Ryan said sell him, let him go. So Stabby, I know where you stand already, but I just want to hear you talk.
You're always trying to shut me up. Now you want to hear me talk.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Sterling.
Yeah, keep or sell.
Sell, but it's not going to be now, is it? It'll be in the summer.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the next question. Are you excited for Malo Gusto to Chelsea as it is getting deal? The deal is done. I'll say deal is done. Are you guys all excited about this?
Well, I don't think Ryan's going to be excited about it, is he? No, I'm not going to get excited about it until he actually comes and puts the blue shirt on.
What are the Ryan, are you
I may watch
excited?
him. Go on, Ryan. Are you excited?
Am I excited? No. I mean, in terms of as like a football fan, so forget about clubs.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm excited to see like a young, talented fullback come to the Premier League. It makes the league more exciting. But one of our rivals, Chelsea, is going from strength to strength. So no, I'm not excited.
All right, Ryan said he's not excited. Gunnar said Mount Harvest and Sterling will be gone in the summer. Remember this. So yeah, we're gonna have players going and so in the summer. So Ryan, you were talking.
And sorry to cut you cut
you're
off.
Right. You're right.
Unisign was just that maybe you can confirm this because I think I read it on Twitter earlier that he was in London this morning, right? Malo Gusto, and he's done all his medicals. That's all done.
Yeah,
that's what I read on Twitter.
All done. Who tweeted it?
I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I read it. It was him.
Widely reported. It's been widely reported by many people.
Okay.
Many outlets. So
yeah, and his contract will be until June 2029.
Blue Black said at Gunnar, he's talking to Gunnar. Do you think a lot of Arsenal fans were wrong to blame Lokonga, I think Kani Mokonga, for their defeat in the cup? That's a question to Gunnar. If you have a chance, you want to send your comment in the form of the answer so we can read it. What are the special traits of Malo Gusto? And this is where I stand. I've listened to an expert of the French league, which is Julien Leron. I'm sure you guys all know him. And this is his statement of Malo Gusto via by voice. He didn't write it down. Because yesterday I was watching Gab and Joel's show, and I'm sure you guys might know that show. And then this is what he said: Malo Gusto has difficulties in trying to. He doesn't smell danger sometimes. Defensive unawareness. He has that problems. His defensive is not that good. His recovering is also not that good. But there's always a room for him to learn. So this is the kind of player we are looking at too. But the only possibility, the only good thing about him is a possible French right back, the player to replace whoever plays in the French right back in the future. So that is what he said. So defensively, he's not as good as we should expect him.
Well, the signings are about players who can develop.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of signing people young, and that was the whole point. Making Potter the manager, stroke coach, because that's what he's good at, developing players.
Yeah, Malo Gusto is known for his speed. He's good at crossing. He's very athletic and agile. But I've heard similar, not criticisms, but critique of him that kind of defensively maybe he can be a bit suspect to not read the danger well. But he's come to the right club because he's got probably one of the best, if not the best, right back in world football to learn from.
Not to mention
Reece James.
Not to mention being stood next to Silver as well.
Yeah.
So this is what Gunnar replied, Blue Blood. He says, yeah, bro, he was poor, but using him as an scapegoat and abusing him is not right. We lost because we had key players on the bench. Thank you for your honest opinion on regards. That is what I don't stand for. Abusing the player is not what I stand for, because I see them as
I watched that game. Can I just make a quick comment?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. You can't blame young players, right, for an individual mistake. And having said that, I was quite happy that it was Nathan Aki who put them out. Cobham Academy boy. Did that go
Yeah,
past
Nazan,
you?
I saw. God, sorry.
Did that miss? Did you miss that, Nizan? Huh?
Me about the Cobham
Yeah,
Academy player?
yeah.
No, I heard that.
I said,
I was just waiting to continue with your.
yeah,
your
I don't really care because we're not in the FA Cup, so it doesn't affect us. It means one of those two teams are going to continue playing more games, so it doesn't really bother me. The FA Cup, just the minute we do Man City, right, the draw was made. I forgot about the FA Cup anyway, right?
Mhm.
But no, you can't blame some young kid all when there's like 10 other players on the pitch.
Yeah, Nazan, Lukonga's confidence is already low as it is. He's not getting game time. He's not favoured by the manager or the fan base. And then he comes on second half yesterday, and then you've got uh, Arsenal go a goal down, and then Odegaard I think comes on, and then he points the finger at him and starts criticising and shouting at him. And
Yeah, so you should be here. I saw that
yeah,
action from Odegaard when
to
Odegaard went
me,
to tackle and there was no one behind him. It's like you should be here, you should be here, and it was just
but
yelling at him.
like Staff said, he's a young player, man. Like doing that kind of on a public platform where everyone can see, it's just going to be replayed and replayed now on social media. It's not going to do any good for his confidence.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100% with what Gunnar said. It's not good when you abuse young players of that. The same thing they did with what's his name? What do you call it? This French boy. He's playing very good now. Ganduzi. Yeah, Ganduzi. That's the name. He's playing outstanding. He was even with the French national team at the World Cup. I'm very sure he was. No, he's playing outstanding right now. You have to give these young players the time and stop abusing them. You know, the Premier League is so high and demand is so high to the extent that everybody thinks these young players can play like the Partey. Partey have got lots of experience. Partey have got lots of experience playing with a team like Atletico Madrid. And even before he traveled around, Partey, the Ghanaian league, the Ghanaian league is one of the best league in Africa. One of the best league, not in terms of trophy, but in terms of developing players.
One thing I'll say, Nazan, and I've seen this happen many times in the past. And I'm not leveling this just at Arsenal because I've seen other clubs do it, but this is the kind of thing a club and players, senior players will do if they want to push a player out. And you've
Yeah.
seen that, Arsenal they want to sign Caicedo. Who's the one who's going to lose out from that? It's going to be Lukonga, who'll probably be shipped out on loan and will eventually get sold. These are the kind of things that clubs and senior players do if they want to push someone out. They make you feel that you're not wanted, and I think it's very harsh what they did yesterday to him.
Yeah. Goodness said Ake was man of the match. He won the man of the match. Fantastic performance. Saka was quiet because of him. Yeah, Ake is a very good academy player. Cobham Academy, raised from Cobham. The blue, he's got the blue blood, and he's playing the sea blue. No problem. Ben benefit Arsenal in the league with Man City still in the cup. That's coming from a blue bloods. It's benefit Arsenal in the league with Man City still in the cup.
Yeah, because it's extra games for Man City. But the thing is, I said it's extra games for Man City.
Mm-hmm.
But they can concentrate more on the league. But the thing is, Pep pretty much made it known that the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup were important to him.
Mm-hmm.
Also the Premier League. I think he's got one of him, and that's the Champions League.
Okay, guys. Let's wrap up on this one so we can get to the Lukaku and then the the Mourinho return. We're gonna talk about this. Guys. We will talk about this. Malo Gusto looks like the younger, raw version of Reece James. If Staff can hone his talent, hone his talent and help him shaping his defensive mistakes and then concentration. It will be an interesting to see him. Yes, it will be. Like I said, he has his own problems. He has his own problem defensively, which we all know. It's like the opposite way of Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is very good defensively, but it doesn't offer nothing going forward. Malo Gusto, space and power and the cross. That's what everybody's looking for. But we have to help him out. We have to help him out with defending. Cucurella is also going through the same thing. But then the last games that he's played, he's been good. He's been good. Problem is that every fan base have the one that's completely run the fun of the game with abusing and selling players' name just because they are not performing. I agree with you. Our fan base also do the same thing with Mason Mount, which I don't get it. This guy has been an outstanding player for the past seasons. So why now? Will we beat Man City? We will beat Man City on the 5th of February. The game yesterday gave me a lot of confidence. Our first 11s smokes them down. Every game is different, Guna. Every game is different. You can play at home. But Man City are they're a game changer. They play very well in every second half. They attack to be a second half team. They perform very well in the second half. They did that twice against Chelsea. They've done it many times against lots of teams. They play very well in the second half. They change tactics, and if you can't stop them, it means they're going to go ahead and win the game. Because momentum is always with Man City. We will. Just as I said, the top team fan base are usually very short and sighted and then reactionary. We live in an era filled with glory hunters. Real football fans need to give players time to breathe. They are human after all. Yeah. I mean, I don't like to abuse players, and I say they imagine them being brothers and sisters. Will you abuse them? Because these people entertain us every weekend when they play. They put smiles on our face, So playing well against you at the moment is not hard though. It is. It will start getting harder for you. Guna. Just take your time, relax. It will start getting harder for you. If you're just joining us, do not forget to like the video and also support the platform on wherever you find yourself. Guna says, "Spot on, bro. Spot on. Absolutely, spot on." That is Ismail. Ismail said that. Spot on. It's not accepted on my platform to abuse players. I mean, you can have a reaction, we can say whatever you want to say, but you have to be very honest with ourselves. These guys always entertain us for the weekends and then even the weekdays. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the last topic of the day. Last topic. Let me know, bro, when that happens. Okay. It will happen very soon, bro. It will happen very soon, Guna. That's give us this and these 2 weeks. Let these 2 weeks go by, couple games, and you're gonna see real Graham Potter style. The players that he brought in, and that's when also we can start criticizing Graham Potter. It will start happening, bro. Just relax. You guys have had it. We're now rebuilding, but it will happen soon. So we're gonna talk Lukaku to Chelsea. I know Stav is very happy to see Lukaku return to Chelsea. I'm not so sure about Mourinho. But before I go to Stav, because I know Stav has a lot to say in regards to the return of these two, one player and then the coach. Players that know inside out of the football club. Ryan, I'm coming to you first. I'm coming to Ryan first.
Okay.
You can talk about those two, personalities at the same time. Lukaku back to Chelsea. Is it a good thing? Or Mourinho back to Chelsea? Is it good and healthy for the football club? I know Mourinho. I don't believe Mourinho is coming, but I want to know your opinion.
I don't think Lukaku going back to Chelsea is a good idea. I think that chapter's shut. That book is closed, and Chelsea need to move on from Lukaku. He's still a Chelsea player, isn't he? He's just on loan at Inter, right? So, technically, yeah, he will at the end of his loan spell come back to Chelsea. But in terms of Mourinho, it's an interesting one. I am not surprised at all to see these links.
because I just felt it was a matter of time before he got fed up and frustrated at Roma. Because Roma is not a club that historically spend a lot of money. And Mourinho is a very demanding coach, and he has his targets and wants the club to back him. If you look at the Serie A situation right now, Napoli are miles ahead. I think they've got like 10-point lead over Inter. But then you've got 4 or 5 clubs just stuck in like a cluster between the positions 2 to 6 in the league table. I think it's Inter, Milan, Roma, and a few others. Juve were part of that group of teams as well, but they've been deducted the 15 points because of the accounting scandal. So Mourinho knows he's not going to win the league this season. He's in a very competitive fight for top 4, and he's probably looking at what's happened at Chelsea with the change in ownership. It's a new project, new owners, and clearly Potter's having a very rocky, difficult start. And he's thinking, yeah, there's a chance here I can come back to Chelsea. You got to remember, his wife and his family, his children, they still live here in London. They live in the West End.
Yeah. Still live in the hotel. Do they still live in the hotel?
Oh, that's a good point. I'm not sure. Because he had a house in Belgravia, didn't he?
Yeah.
And the reason I know that is because I work in that part of London. So I'd actually seen him once when he was managing Tottenham. I'd seen him going for a walk in that area. But yeah, sorry to go off topic.
No, you're all right. You're all right. That's okay.
Yeah, he is probably putting some feelers out there right now. So I'm sure he still has connections at Chelsea, even though the ownership has changed. And I think he's going to let those contacts be known that he would be keen on a move back to England and to Chelsea if the manager situation were to change and there would be a vacancy.
Okay. Ryan have said a lot.
And
I'm not sure he's done.
And sorry, and the last one is, if you look at Roma's transfer activity in the last summer, they hardly spent any money. Like a lot of the signings they made, like Belotti and Matic and Dybala, it was all free transfers. Mourinho has been very public recently in this January window that the club are not backing him, and I think he'd be very keen to come back to Chelsea.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. He will be very keen to come back to Chelsea, but at Chelsea, will Chelsea fans accept him again in terms of how they see their football? As Mourinho updates his system, as Mourinho has changed his style of coaching, as Mourinho changed his personality in the way he treats players, are we going to have a new Mourinho? Are we still going to have the same Mourinho? Because we are in a different era of football, and that kind of putting hands on shoulders of players is now the new thing. Okay, we're going to thank you, Mr. Ryan, for taking the time of giving us your honest opinion and analysis on whether Lukaku or Mourinho deserve to be back to the team again. And big up to you, my brother. Here, I can barely say your name, but I don't know what's happening to my camera. It just went off again. Yes, in regards to what you just said, thank you very much for being here. If it's the first time being here, we got 14 of us watching the stream at this moment. Just like the video and also subscribe to the platform if you haven't done that already. And also, you can keep a bell notification icon active so anytime I upload the video, you won't miss anything from me. My brother said, good evening. What about Caicedo in Chelsea? Caicedo in Chelsea. I will give you the updates. Give me a couple of minutes. If you're just joining us, I will give you the updates on it. And also, Ismail said, Gunnar, Arteta and Pep reminds me of the familiar story of the students trying to outdo the master. We all know that the master will prevail. Thank you for that wonderful comment. It's to Gunnar. Gunnar, this is a wonderful comment. Smart comments coming from my brother Ismail over here. Gullit Ismail, thank you very much. I love that. I love that comment. How far is the deal of Cowell contract? Stavi, can you check into that for me? The deal for Cowell contract. Gunnar said, not this season, bro. Let's talk in May. The title is coming to North London. Okay, time will tell. Just like the legendary Bob Nistel Marley said, "Time will tell. Oh, time will tell. We're living in a different world. Time will tell. Time will tell. So let's wait until that time comes." I wouldn't. I'm just singing that line from Bob Nistel Mali. Ismail said that
Got a
Mourinho is not a.
voice of an angel.
Thank you.
Listen,
guys. I can sing.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
Answer the question about Caicedo, because I have to go somewhere for 2 minutes.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get. Mourinho is not a project manager. He wants complete players. Instead, does not give time for players to develop. We know what he did to Salah and De Bruyne. This project is not for him. Thank you very much, Ismail. That makes a lot of sense. Mourinho is not a project manager. Okay, in regards to Cowell, I'm sure Levi Cowell, right? What do you want to say about it, Stavi? Stavi, are you there? Okay, I think let me see what we could say. So how far is the deal of Levi contract out? I wanted Stavi to check it for me, but yeah, let's wait once Stavi bring that up. I'll also check that for you. Ryan, in regards to Mourinho, you did say something that cross past me a little bit. Do you think he'll be a project manager, or he still hasn't changed? Still the same person?
No, I agree with this comments from Guled Ismail. Yeah, he does want kind of complete players, but Mourinho does also have a track record of identifying talents from an academy and bringing them through and giving them a chance. So I wouldn't say he only goes for kind of complete players. But yeah, I have the same concerns. I don't think this project would be right for him. And he just hasn't been at the kind of competitive level of like competing for titles for a while now. His last two jobs is Tottenham and Roma. They're not competing for the big trophies, so it'll be a big step up for him. One thing I wanted to mention, I don't know if you've mentioned this yesterday or today, but this young talented Chelsea player, is it Bashir Humphreys? He's gone on loan, hasn't he?
Bashir Humphreys, to Germany.
For the season. To Germany, okay. I'm a little bit surprised by that, just because I was very impressed by the cameos I've seen him perform recently. But I think Chelsea definitely shouldn't be looking to sell him. I think he's really talented. Zion, you there?
He disappeared again.
I'm here. I'm here,
Yeah.
Yeah, my camera keeps
okay.
messing up. Yeah, I'm here. I have to refresh the link and see if it's going to work.
We were just talking about Bashir Humphreys stuff, but he's gone on loan.
Okay. This is the update that I have in regards to one of my brothers asked a question on Levi Cowell. As of now, there hasn't been any updates yet, and Chelsea are still set to offer Levi Cowell a new contract in the coming weeks. So even though he is currently on loan, so it's a Chelsea player, and the loan deal can come in at any time, even in the course of the season. As the season is going on, there will be an update. It don't have to be today. An update they can offer him a new contract while the season is going on. So Chelsea shouldn't panic about this deal. He's a good player. He has performed very well in this season. He's played against the likes of Arsenal and he's shown his colors. And he's playing under a good manager, Giuseppe Di Zerbi. So I know he's learning on the straight. He's learning very well. According to Simon Philip, Chelsea are looking to agree a new deal with Liverpool. I mean Levi Colwill in the next few weeks and have him there. Have him in their plans for the future at the football club. So yeah, Levi Colwill is playing very well. So yeah, it's a good news for us. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated if I have any news in regards to Levi Colwill. Thank you very much for the question. Stavi, you was going to say something when
yeah, I don't think they're going to be selling. Well, yeah, I said answer that Caicedo question. I only went to answer the call of nature.
Okay. Okay.
They're not looking to sell. They're not looking to sell Bashir Humphries. They're just looking to get him game time and develop him. He'll be back.
Okay, that's reassuring to know, because I've been impressed with him, his recent performances.
Well, Caicedo's been impressing in the under 23s, and he's gone on loan as well. You look like a robot.
Me?
Yeah.
It's the StreamYard messing up with my camera. It's changed the camera from here to something different. I'm not actually to be switching my camera back and front. What the hell is wrong with this StreamYard thing?
Nizam, can I quickly ask you and Stav, did either of you watch the under-18 match earlier today? Myself and Stephen were watching it because it was being streamed on YouTube. The Chelsea Tottenham under-18s. It was an amazing finish. It was an amazing finish. Golding scored that equaliser at the end, and Chelsea could have won it right at the end.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, I was way asleep, so I couldn't watch it. To be honest with you, that's true. I couldn't because of the time difference.
Spursy finish to the match. Spurs were winning 2-1 and they bottled it basically.
They bottled it?
Well, they conceded right at the end, and then arguably Chelsea could have won it. I think their goalie made an amazing save right at the end.
So that means
it was a draw. It was a draw. Yeah, it was 2-2.
So Stavi, did you have your submission on regards to the Lukaku and Mourinho return? Did you say anything?
I heard you before I departed. 1 second.
Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Okay.
I'm just clearing my throat. I don't believe that Jose Mourinho would contact Chelsea behind Potter's back. Right? I think he's doing it to apply pressure on Roma. A bit like Conte is with Tottenham. So I don't believe he did. With regard to him not being a project manager, correct. However, he didn't get any money at Porto, won 2 successive league titles, Portuguese Cup and a Portuguese Super Cup, and he won what was then the UEFA Cup. It's now the Europa. He won the UEFA Cup and he won the Champions League at his first attempt in each of them. Right? He's the one who gave Morata his debut. He dropped Casillas to play Navas in goal. He gave Ruben Loftus-Cheek his debut. He dropped Cahill to bring Zuma in. Admittedly, Zuma had 34 games in France before he came to Chelsea, but he still picked him ahead of Cahill, which possibly created some fiction. Right. Yeah, he doesn't give players a long-term, lots of games per season, right? But then neither did Tuchel, because Chalobah's only in the team because we couldn't get Kunde, right? And I don't believe he would approach Chelsea. I just think that maybe he's leaked the story because he wants to apply pressure on Roma. That's the first thing about Jose. then I heard your comment as I was walking away. How did he treat? And we've had this conversation more than once. How did he treat the players? And you named Kevin De Bruyne. I've had the discussion with regards to Kevin De Bruyne, right? He wanted guaranteed starts. Yeah.
Well,
He
then
wanted.
point of correction. It wasn't my comment. It was a comment from the
Okay.
that I read out.
Wherever the point of comment came from,
Yeah.
right? Kevin De Bruyne, right? Juan Mata and Romelu Lukaku, right, were demanding starts, right? And Lukaku was honest about it from the start, and he went on loan, right?
Yeah.
Mata engineered his move to Manchester United, but that's for another day, right?
Yeah.
And De Bruyne was mourning, right, and complaining. Nobody doubted De Bruyne or Salah, right, or Mata's talents or whatever, right? But we signed them because they played against us and they had good games against us, and that's why we signed them, right? And I said it the other night, and I'll repeat it again. Schuler, right, Oscar, Hazard, right, Willian. They were not his signings. They were already signed, right, before he came. But they asked him, "Are you happy to take these players?" Before the signings were completed, the deals were virtually done, and because he wanted to come back and he didn't want to create any problems, he accepted them, right? And with regards to Salah, right, Salah I think scored 3 times against us, right, one away their place, right, and he scored twice at Stamford Bridge, which is why we signed him, right? But he was still a rough diamond, and he and De Bruyne were sent on loan, right, to develop, right? They weren't sold initially to develop, right, and then both refused to come back. By the time Salah was sold, Mourinho wasn't even at the club, right? But he wanted Salah, and we got him. But having watched him close in for a few games, he decided he needed a loan, and they went to Italy. And if he hadn't gone to Italy and stayed at Chelsea, he may not have developed into the player that he is, right? Because he had too much competition for that place. Okay? And then somebody made a comment regarding the treatment of players, right? There's not one player at Porto, at Chelsea first time around, at Inter Milan, right, who have anything bad to say about Mourinho, right? Second time around, everyone's going on that, he mistreated Hazard and this and that. No, he didn't. He didn't. He gave him his debut. He played him and he gave him games, right? And when we won the league the last time that Mourinho was at Chelsea, okay, he changed we started off the season attacking football, right? And then everybody started dropping points. Tottenham, Man City, we lost 5-3 at Tottenham. Yeah. So he decided to go back to a defensive structure. But he relied, right, on Hazard to be the man who brought us the title, because Cesc Fabregas and Diego Costa sort of went off form after December, right? And this happens a lot. You saw it with Lampard, you saw it with Tuchel, players going off form, right? So he restructured the way we played, and this nonsense that he mistreated players, all he asked players to do, right, was to be part of the team, right, put the team first, and international thing was second, right? And even after he left the second time, right, Fabregas, Hazard, right, they both said that they kept in touch with him even after he left, and he always got in touch with them, right, to encourage him still. And then only a couple of weeks ago, Diego Costa said that there was issues between him and Jose, but accepted that it was his fault, not Jose's. This thing now, just because you don't pick somebody every single game, right, and you send someone out on loan, doesn't mean you're mistreating players. Right? That's just to quantify something. Right? At that time when Jose was at the club, I knew that the two players' liaisons, they were my supervisors when I used to be a steward at Chelsea. And I knew a physio, right? And all this is nonsense, right? This thing that people want to project that he was poor with players and his attitude to players, right? Steve Sidwell, who we signed in 2007, was an Avram Grant signing, along with Pizarro and Tal Ben-Haim, I think. It was one of the Israeli players, or Ben-Ayoun, right? And this is why he got sacked, because he's made a public statement that it would be difficult for him to win anything with grade B eggs, right? Meaning Sidwell, the Israeli guy, whether it was Ben-Ayoun, I can't remember, and Pizarro, right? And yet, when he got sacked, Avram Grant didn't use any of those three players. Now, 4 or 5 months ago, Sidwell was on TV, right? And he told, right, BT Sport, I think it was, that players, when they found out he'd been fired, were openly crying in the changing rooms at Cobham, right? And if Mourinho was that bad with players, they wouldn't be openly crying, right? This media-fed fallacy that he'd fallen out with John Terry's fake. John Terry's denied it as well. And then I saw an interview 3 months ago, Joe Cole, and Joe Cole said that after he'd scored the winning goal against Liverpool, he called him into the changing rooms the day after, I think it was, and said to him, "What's the matter with you? Why? You can do better than what you did." So because he scored the goal, right, it didn't mean that his performance, all-round performance, was good. And Joe Cole said it was like a slap in the face at the time, right? But then he took it on board, and now he accepts that what Mourinho did was right. All these people who wanted to slag or slate Mourinho off, right, with some misconception about the way he treated players. Jose Mourinho turned Chelsea Football Club into a family, and anybody in those squads were family. And even though he wasn't there, that family won the Champions League in 2012 because of that togetherness. So people need to stop spouting BS about Jose, right?
Okay.
Without Jose, and I told you when we spoke earlier, right, there would be no Conte, no Ancelotti, no Hiddink. All these great coaches wouldn't have saw Chelsea as an enticing job, right?
Okay.
And same with great players. So now, do you want me to move on to Lukaku?
Yeah. Before you move on to Lukaku, let me ask you: with all what we have going on here, would you want to see Mourinho back to back to Chelsea? No. Okay. Thank you.
No.
Move on to Lukaku.
Right, Lukaku. We might not have a choice. Yeah. Right. The fact is, it cost us £97.5 million. That was Roman's decision. Roman sent his son to open talks with Lukaku and with Inter. And then when Inter agreed to sell him and Lukaku agreed to come, right, Mourinho stepped in to do the deal. And we got him for less than Inter actually wanted. But that was Roman's decision. He's the one who wanted him back. But like it or not, we're stuck with him, right? Unless someone's willing to take him off our hands. So there's a good, strong possibility he could be back at Stamford Bridge in Cobham next season, whether we like him or not, right? And then it's down to Potter to decide how to use him. But I'm telling you something, right, with Mudryk, right, if we keep Felix as well, all these players, right, I guarantee you Lukaku will score goals. Simple as that.
Lukaku will score goals, just like Stav says. Stav, go ahead. You were still talking, right?
If he comes back.
If only if he comes back, it means that he probably he'll be much better than Aubameyang. Probably Walter can use Lukaku very well. I want to thank Stav, and I want to thank Ryan. We're gonna bring the stream to an end. We've been airing this for almost 3 hours now. I don't want to go beyond it. We got 6 minutes to end the stream. I want to say thank you everyone that has been in the chat at Blue Blood, Guna, almost everyone. There's too many names that I can mention. So let me see what we got here. I also want to thank everyone who are watching in the Chelsea community on Facebook. Thank everyone. There were 5 of us that were there earlier on. I want to thank everyone. I can't mention some of the names, but I want to say thank you. And also everyone that made it possible to watch the platform, watch us discuss sports and talk sports on YouTube, as we're still growing at that platform. So yeah, if you don't follow us, let me know what you make or what you think of my AI video. Also, if you're watching us, I sent that in a link earlier on. If you haven't seen it, it's right there. Look into it, click on it, and let me know what you make of these nice AI video. And I want to thank everyone and those that love this channel on Facebook is right there. Thank you very much.
Get back to the lady. Get back to the lady.
Yes, I got to spend time with the family also. Ryan, stuff. You want to say anything before any breaking news or anything you want to add to the stream? We got 4 minutes to end it before we go.
Just that, just that João Felix, he's posted on his Instagram, Zion, that just a very kind of short message that he's very appreciative of the fan support he's received, and he's sorry about the situation where he got the red card, but he said that it's not about how it starts, it's about how it ends, and he can't wait to be back playing for Chelsea.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. This is João Felix. We're gonna have him back in the next game against Fulham. We got 13 of us watching. We're about to end the stream, but we got 13 of us watching. If you're just joining us, we've covered a lot. We covered the return of Romelu Lukaku, the return of Romelu Lukaku, and then Mourinho back to the bridge. We talk about that. We talk about the Malo Gusto update and his attributes and what he can give, what he's weak at and what he's good at, which we talk about his defensive liability. And then we did talk about him going forward. He's so good going forward, but there's always a point and a time for him to learn and develop as a Chelsea player. We did talk about Arsenal bid for Moises Caicedo, which was being rejected, and also the letter that Moises Caicedo sent to Brighton football team from his Instagram page. Would Giuseppe De Zerbi and the Brighton owner allow Moises Caicedo go in this summer window? In this winter window, we're yet to see. Bellingham also been linked strongly to Liverpool. Declan Rice to Liverpool. We did talk about where is Declan Rice preferred place to go. And then as Staff said earlier on, that Declan Rice preferred position or preferred place to go, it will be Liverpool or somewhere else, only if Chelsea doesn't want him, which is much more understandable understandable because he's been linked with the football club for quite a long time. He was a Chelsea boy. He left, and Chelsea wants him back. So why not bring someone who knows much about the football team back? Declan Rice also to Liverpool, and then seeing some Dyche to Everton. All right, go ahead, Steve. Stav.
I got a quick question. Question for Ryan. If he's still there, you still there, Ryan?
Yeah, still here.
Right. Would you take if you don't get Bellingham, right? Would you take Rice and Mount in your midfield?
Rice and Mount, or Rice or Mount?
Yeah. No, both.
Rice or Mount, or Rice and Mount?
No, both.
Both of them.
Both.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I would.
Right. So to the doubters, like, take attention of what a Liverpool fan said. That's it. And by the way, Nee, get back to the female AI. She was a lot better looking.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll do more of the AI. If you haven't seen my AI video, the link is right there in the description. Link is right there. I'm going to add the link to the video description below. You can also find it right there, my AI video, and also the link. It's in the chat. We got 15 of us watching. You can put a like on the video or subscribe if you haven't, and keep your bell notification icon at all times. So when we go live, you wouldn't miss anything from this platform. My AI video. This is this is my AI video. It's right there. I'm showing that AI link again. So yeah, I'm gonna add the AI link to the description. So if you like some of these AI thing, my AI video, just let me know. It
Yeah,
looks nice. It's amazing. It's amazing.
the female one's better. The guy's
Yeah.
a bit dubious.
Yeah, I've moved on. I've moved on from the guy
Phantom,
to the female.
Phantom asked the question. Is he still there? Phantom, transfer window closes 11 p.m. Tuesday UK time.
Yeah, Phantom. That's when the Premier League the window closes 11 p.m. 11 p.m. So we'll be here live till 11 all day long. We'll stream it live. The stream will be on and off, but it will be on live. But then the camera will be on and off, on and off, on and off. So if you come and you don't see me, updates is still there. Any updates, we'll post it to the comment section so you guys can keep it. We can keep it going from morning till evening. It will be choked. Let's see if YouTube can handle it. Let's see if YouTube can handle these problems. So yeah, I've added the AI link into this video at this moment. The AI link is right there, so I'm gonna put it right there. AI video. Check it out. AI. So yeah, I have the AI video link there. Yeah, if you look under the description of the video, the AI link is right there. So let me know if you guys like it. I'll do more of it. So Blue Blood said Phantom said yes, still here. Phantom, thank you very much. So Blue Blood says so 1st of February in the Philippines about 6 o'clock a.m. So yeah, Phantom of many topic. Yes, Blue Blood has done all the calculations, the time, everything. So 6 o'clock a.m. Philippine time, Manila time, bam, window closes. See y'all all later. See you, Ryan. See you guys again tomorrow. Tomorrow Sunday, I might not stream. I want to give family time. Also Sunday, if you're waiting for a stream, I won't do it. There's always time for everything. A time to celebrate. A time to have with the family. A time for everything in life. I don't stress myself. I don't want to stream. Sundays, Sabbath day, and I have to keep it holy. Family time. So guys, we'll be back on Monday. So, but like I said, if we are playing on Sunday, then I will do something. But Chelsea's not playing this Sunday. It's time for me to relax a little bit and then learn some new stuff to make YouTube be able to get my views, the channel going to different places. So thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Leo Desperados, hang on to hope. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Welcome
Monday,
back to Blue
not
Cloud
tomorrow.
TV.
Yeah.
What was that again?
Monday, not tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, Monday. Yeah, I always say see you guys tomorrow.
You
Yeah, Monday.
just spend 5 minutes. Just spend 5 minutes explaining why you're not doing Sunday.
Stubby, I don't want to fight with you. You're looking for fight, and I'm not ready for it.
No. Listen,
Yeah.
don't, because you know you can't win.
Muhammad Ali, you're fighting there. You can't beat Ali.
This is definitely how do you call it? It's no match because I forgot the right word for it. You know, Stabby, you fight in a different division. I fight in a different division. Shouldn't be a
you
match.
can cut me off.
No contest.
Yeah, so give up if I were you.
Okay.
Jack Johnson versus Ali.
Ali. Yeah, Jack Johnson. Ali cannot fight Jack Johnson. The tall big guy. The big man.
Well, they're both dead, man. It's a bit difficult when they're both.
All right. Oh, I think I have a comment. Let me read that real quick. Blue Blood said, Stab will beat you as Ali. Blue Blood. Stab is scared of me. Stab is scared of me.
I'm scared of you.
All right. I'll see you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.
Monday.
Yeah, Monday. I said Monday. All right. Bye-bye.
Stop saying tomorrow, Monday.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Cloud TV.